Steampunk 2077.
Oh, I'd play it. Does it have a platinum trophy?
It's no, it's the platinum trophy is replaced with wood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got. It's got to all make sense.
It's instead of getting a platinum trophy, they make you your own kilt, and then you have to wear it.
You know what? I think that's pretty cool, honestly.
Yeah, you're a big fan?
I'm a big kilt fan. I think more people should wear kilts.
What do you like more? Do you like the kilts or the goggles?
You know what I think?
Probably the kilts.
Mm-hmm. Why?
You know what I think?
What do you think?
I think music makes you lose control.
Let's go!
From across all corners of our fair planet Earth, welcome to the Gaming Cult Podcast. Worldwide opinions on obscure and up-to-date gaming talk culture and geekery for today and yesteryear. You love it, my boy.
My boy! buy your own boat yet?
I'm down in Inderbine at the moment, just having a look at a few and kind of relaxing. And then I've got two of my mates and a few of our little boy toys, elves that live in our garage. They're checking out a boat for me today. I can link it in the Discord. Actually, it's like pretty sick.
Dig all the
Fucking
fisherman
sick,
footage.
eh?
You know, I was almost in a movie called Jindabyne as a child actor.
Who are you talking?
A little fun fact there, because I used to do drama classes, and those drama classes also came with an agent. And I think I was around like maybe 10 at the time, and I went for a casting call for this movie called Jindabyne. I didn't get it. Maybe I just wasn't a convincing child despite being 10. But I was in a few ads.
In a McDonald's commercial.
No, okay, actually.
LCN.
Yeah,
It was an
LCMs, which are
commercial.
like these Rice Krispy Treat bars. And I was in an ad for them. But recently I got an agent again. And when I was over in Croatia, I got an email from my agent being like, urgent, casting call for McDonald's advertisement. And I was like, fuck. I mean, I'm literally in another country. I can't do it. And they're like, oh, we'll keep in touch for anything else that comes up. And it's like, but I want to be in the McConnell commercial.
Be in Macca's.
I want to be eating.
Could have been a contender.
You could have been the face of Australian chicken nuggies for the next 10 years.
I could have been eating nugget in my mouth. I have also a burger on my hand. I just fucking could have done it.
Oh no.
Woo, love
And
nuggies.
so, basically my acting career is fucking over. So
No,
Hey
the
guys,
nugs
good
will come
news.
back one day.
Zach, what's
News?
this? You sent us a picture of a boat, and I'm seeing. What am I seeing? Half cabin, 4.6 meter Johnson. Oh my god.
Oh, fuck,
Well,
that's
Zach's
a big
that's
good.
a big Johnson.
Zach's getting himself a big one.
Good,
Is that a good price for a boat? I don't know boat prices.
this
extremely, and we've talked him down to. I've talked him down to 4,000, and as of now, I'm officially the owner of a boat. Message just came through.
Congratulations.
Whoa.
Wow,
Oh, that's a banana boat.
Congratulations, my brother.
Are you
Four
the
point-
captain? So we have to refer to you as Captain Zach from now on.
Banana boat.
Look at me, I'm the captain now.
Yeah, I got. Can happen.
It could happen to you.
What happened? Rest in peace.
You could be blown away.
Dr. Connor's class.
Got so caught up in what I was doing, I forgot all about it. He's gonna kill me.
The fact you can effectively imitate Dawson in voice is impressive.
Thank you. my brother. So this half cabin Johnson that you're getting, not only is it 4.6 meters long, but it's also 70 horsepower.
Johnson,
So you got it. It's long. It's long, but you're also fast with it as well.
I've got a bit of power behind it.
Right.
Heads up, the Johnson is the engine.
Is it?
Yeah, it looks
Is it
big.
just like?
I'm talking about Zach's penis.
Is it like
Zach-
just
Zach-
like a boat
Zach has bought a penis.
where
says
you
rooster.
just get in it, or like is there like a little under part where you can like? Is there like a
Click.
bedroom you can like sleep
link.
down there or
This,
whatever?
this is why they call it a half cabin, right? So
Right.
it's got underhull storage, and then you see that little bit at the front that you can hop
Yeah.
into. That's a half cabin. So the whole point of that is like if you do want to like crash out on it, you do it under there, or it's just
Okay.
it's basically a
It's a-
runaround.
It's just
if
a
you want-
speedboat. It's not like a boat.
It's a bit more utilitarian than a speedboat.
Got it.
If you're gonna get something, you can actually do longer stuff on it. But I was looking at a more yacht-like boat, but then I was like, oh, then I got to spend like 10, 12 grand.
That's a
Then
lot,
I got it,
that's
and
a lot of boat money.
the thing is, you got to in New South Wales, the state in which we are. You have to have, if you can't take it out of the water on a trailer, you have to have a private mooring license. And a private mooring is ridiculously expensive. Like, I mean, it's not too expensive. It's like 600, 800 a year. But let's say you want to live on the boat. You'd only be able to do that for 21 days of the year. And then you have to sail out of the country and then back in, or out of the state and then back into the state.
Important question. Does it come with the trailer?
Yeah, of course. Most boats will come with a trailer.
Perfect.
But the problem is you got to register the trailer. But registering a trailer is like
That's
20.
probably like nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, so just bear with me. It's a Johnson boat.
Yeah, it's a Johnson.
It's a Johnson boat,
Yeah.
and printed on it is the word rooster, which is otherwise known as a cock.
That's true. It is.
Are
Yeah.
you
Rename
sure you're not? Are you sure you're not going to send this dude $4,000 and he's going to send you back a picture of his 4.6 meter cock Johnson?
This is what I was
And you
worried
just
about. But
spent like $4,000 on a dick pic.
Dropping loads at 70 horsepower.
this would be a problem. But I've got my boys over there handling that Johnson right now.
Oh,
damn
okay.
it.
Goodness.
Personally
doing it.
handling
They're
that.
They're giving
cock
that Johnson the once-over.
Yeah.
Absolutely, they're giving it a once over, maybe a twice over, and it's pretty. I'm pretty stoked that I'm now the owner of this
Cock
coaster,
Johnson.
but I have to rename my boat.
What are you going to rename the boat?
What will
Add
you,
teeth.
will you
teeth.
will you christen the baby well? I don't know.
Christen the baby well.
I think you should
I'm
call
not-
the boat Boat 2.
What I should do? I should name it after my ex-girlfriend.
I feel like you need
Dude,
No!
Oh,
And then you take your current girlfriend on it.
What if you just named the boat Shrek?
It's not green.
You could fix that.
alright, name it Banana.
It is kind of banana-ish.
Look, I mean, I'm gonna have to
I was
introduce.
inspecting what.
I'm gonna have to introduce this episode at some point.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Are we ready for me to
Okay.
do it? If you would just give me a countdown to do it, and let that boy do it. He about to do it.
that boy Cook.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Why did you?
2.
Why did you stop? Why did you stop right in the middle of it, Zach?
What if you
Because
named the boat countdown from 7, and then that's how we open this episode?
Well, then I'd never own the boat. That's the whole gist. I thought, wait, I'm counting down from 7, but I wish I'd counted down from 3 because I knew if I count down from 7, we have to do the fucking bit,
Right.
and it means that the episode doesn't start.
7.
A soup
I need a
prize.
countdown
Oh, sorry.
from 7, 6, 5, 1. Hello and welcome to
You need that.
episode. Brian, no, not Brian. Ryan,
Yes.
can I do the intro?
I thought you were.
Prescribing you-
I'm sorry. I thought you were saying you wanted a countdown
No,
from
well-
7 to 1, and then you wanted us to do it. I thought you were explaining how the countdown worked.
Well, I mean, if you
Try
want
to
to,
end the
if
show.
you want to do it, if you've got such a handle on the situation, Dr. Ryan, can you please do this
I mean, I
countdown?
think I got it. I think I can do this.
Hey,
countdown.
I'm prescribing you a dose of shut the fuck up and let him do the intro.
7. What comes after 7?
6.
8. He said after.
Ruby's being the giggling Gus.
I'm sorry.
5,
Start the episode.
4, 3, 2. Hello, and welcome to episode 60 of the Gaming Cult podcast from sunny Sydney, Australia. I'm your host, Jake Innes. That's right, I am in sunny Sydney, Australia. I came back here for a few weeks. A few months later, I'm still here. Shouts out. Couldn't think of a better place to be right now. Joining me,
Shouts out.
you heard him. We're going to introduce him. From San Diego, California. The one, the only Garrett Hunter. My friend, how are you?
Hello. Happy to be here, back with all you lovelies. Heard me before he announced me. That's right, I'm here in sunny San Diego. We're starting. Ask off. Fuck it.
And from Medford, Oregon, we have Dr. Ryan Reed. Ryan, my friend, how are you?
Hello, it's me, the Gamer Doctor, Jakey. Thank you so much for the for letting me be here today. I'm very happy to be here.
If I have a gaming emergency, do I call Gaming 911?
Yeah, you call Gamer Night. You call 360 911, and then Bill Gates will help you out.
That just make
Well, I thought it
that
was.
just
I
make
was
you a
hoping it would be you.
pediatrician since rude.
Zach, I haven't fucking introduced you yet.
Oh no, I'm fucking here.
We'll leave them hanging until. Well, my brother, please wait. Coming up next, we have from Sydney, Australia. Could we say Leichhardt? No, we will not. We will say Petersham. It's my sister Ruby Innes.
Hi. How we doing?
My sister, we are good.
We're fine.
It's a very exciting day.
It is.
We back.
It is.
We'd love to see it.
It's a new Gaming Cult podcast. Not well,
That's
no,
amazing.
it's not new Gaming Cult podcast. It's a new episode of Gaming Cult podcast.
Yeah.
You remember? When
And we are back.
You remember when we did the new
And we're
52?
back.
We are back. We are back, Ryan. It's absolutely true.
Never left.
Okay, making sure.
From sunny Sydney, Australia, Leichhardt, aka Little Italy, the one, the only Hollywood superstar, Zach Innes.
I'm going to need to stop you there. I'm actually coming to you live from sunny, slightly chilly Jindabyne, snowy mountains.
You're in Jindabyne.
In Jindabyne,
Oh my goodness.
yes.
You've been.
I
I mean, if we're calling Leichhardt Little Italy, we have to call Petersham Little Portugal.
It has
That's
officially
true.
been renamed to Little Portugal.
That's true.
Yeah.
Shouts out. And
Where is Jindabyne?
Jindabyne is so it's across the Victoria New South Wales border, and it's basically an inland area with
it's
dams
close. It's
and
close to the
lakes.
snowy
It's quite-
mountains.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
it is quite beautiful actually. It's pretty stunning. Like you look around, I'm looking out the balcony right now, and there, a few snow-capped mountains, and there's just kind of the same scenery that you get a lot of kind of country Australia, which is nice actually. It's always interesting to see the contrast of Australian flora and fauna next to snow. It's very bizarre.
You're right near those pipe toboggan things on the hills.
Yeah. I mean,
You gotta go. Do
and what else?
But my boy's been fishing. I know I'm forgetting. But wait, hang on. I'm doing this intro. It's episode 6 of the Gaming Cult podcast. I've forgotten something.
What did you forget?
What episode is it?
It's episode 60, Garrett. We're in the 60th episode.
Gosh.
Can you believe we made
forget
We've made 60 episodes over 8 years.
It's pretty good quality over quantity, I say.
I'm gonna need.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a countdown from 1.
One.
Martin's here.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Hey.
How are you, Martin?
Yes.
Martin, my friend, how are you?
Me waiting, huh?
Given the current situation and everything, I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
Doing good. Doing good. It sounds like it's 3 a.m. where you are.
That could possibly be due to the fact that it is 3 a.m.
Shouts out.
Shuts up.
So,
Martin, my friend, I love you so much. It's so good to have you back.
I'm glad to be back.
Shouts out.
We're
Well,
going to do this.
let's do this, baby.
Let's do it.
into it.
Well, it's Gaming Cult Podcast. It's the year 2020.
The
And
current year.
it is the current year. We're in the current year of our Lord 2020. Most of us
Year.
have been in the house for the past few months because there's a worldwide epidemic going on.
What?
Apparently.
Whoa! What's going on?
Apparently, yeah.
Oh my god.
This is the first I'm hearing about this. Tell me about it.
You're a doctor. You should know all about this.
I don't know what you're
Brief
talking
you.
about. No, man, they didn't tell me shit.
Well, we're gonna have to find out about it.
Seems quite relevant given that it is a pandemic, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Somewhat relevant.
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Maybe. Perhaps.
The place where I work, I'll have people come quite close to me, and I'll be like, "Oh, can you move back?" And there have been maybe 2 times where the person I've said that to has been like, "You know, it isn't real, right?" I'm like, "Oh, well,
It's pretty real.
you sure told me that."
We should have a
I think
follow up
people can-
with asking if they also believe that the 5G masts or whatever people like the conspiracy theorists are talking about, if they think that's real.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like we haven't had
Yeah.
dual band 5G routers in our homes for like the last decade.
Exactly.
Yeah, but look, that's what's got us to where we are today. Ever since the introduction of those 5G capable routers into our home, can you say that your quality of life has improved? I can't. think anyone can.
If anything, my plants have all stopped growing.
Oh no.
For a decade,
Yeah,
my
my
plants she not grow.
Yeah, I can hear smells now.
I haven't had a good harvest for many moons.
Mm.
Harvest.
Wait, hold on, Garrett. You said you can hear smells.
Yeah, it's fucked up. That 5G's
Whoa.
got me. It's got me.
It's giving you synesthesia?
Yeah.
My boy.
Yeah, what does a fart sound like? But like not like a fart like what does sounding fart sound like, but like what does the smell of a fart sound like? Does it sound the same?
It sounds. Yeah, it
What does
sounds
a
the
fart
same.
smell
It sounds exactly what you would think it smells like. You know, it
Yeah.
sounds like a fart. It
Can the name
smells
of it-
like shit.
Crazy.
So what does it look like?
Yeah, what does a fart look like?
Oh, I'm blind
Distinct
now.
lines.
That's
It looks like poo, except like as like I guess a concept. It's in its
Yeah.
conceptual stage of a poo.
I can't see using my eyes anymore from the 5G, but I do just kind of imagine. Once I can taste it, because that's also a part of smell. You can
like
wholly
Daredevil.
imagine it. Oh yeah,
So 5G made you Daredevil.
basically yeah.
5G
Looking for
made
that
you
Jessica
lose
Jones.
control.
So you're
It's a
not
shame,
able
'cause
to
5G
see
just
through
made me
these
really-
5G masts, or no?
Have to see through it now, yeah, Martin. I'm constantly looking through it.
He sees the
like
waves.
streaming,
So they're all
streaming
seeing
every episode of Dawson's Creek.
He's seeing it all in 4K at 60 frames per second.
I don't even see the waves anymore. I just see blonde, brunette, redhead.
See Pacey,
Hello.
Dawson.
It's all Matrix joke. Thank you.
You know how I think you should tell that joke, Ryan?
Yep.
Not like this. Not like this.
All right, how about this one? I exposed my son to 5G, and now he's really into model train sets, and harassing GameStop employees. And he also screeches when he hears cutlery clash, but I think that's a frequency thing.
Oh my god.
It's like interrupts the 5G frequency.
Fucking
It's a
tales
shame.
tales from the spectrum.
I had a perfectly beautiful, sport-loving little boy, and now he won't shut the fuck up about Final Fantasy. I hate it. What 5G has done to my son.
Oh no.
Fucking hell.
But look, your internet's really fast on your phone now.
Which is good for my son.
It's great for me, horrible for my son's, inherent vices.
My son can do a bandwidth test without even having to go on a website. He just tells me the stats offhand.
Closes his eyes and repeats.
He speaks in binary now.
No, I'm never one. I'm just kidding, guys. Viewers will know I'm not a father. I'd love to be one day.
Ew.
It'd be my goal in life, but I wouldn't let my son video.
Ruby's
Take
like,
your son
Oh,
out on
you were
that
about to
boat?
say I wouldn't let my son be autistic.
No, I
It's like,
think
I don't think that's something that.
I think Zach is more alluding to the fact that he won't let his son be a Final Fantasy fan, if any.
I'm not gonna let my son be an anything fan. Be a sports fan. He can be a fan of doing really well at school. But you can't be a fan of much else because fandom breeds just it's the dumbest people.
You gotta let it go
Stan.
farther. You gotta let him become a stan.
Yeah, a stand.
Ooh, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
all-
you,
no,
you,
it's-
you gotta let him. You gotta let him get a Twitter, and then when someone posts about being depressed and struggling with depression for a while, you gotta have him replying immediately, being like, "You wouldn't be depressed if you stand Luna," and then post a video of some K-pop band dancing.
oh yeah, would you let your tentative son be a K-pop stan? Zach, my brother, I love you.
Absolutely not. Absolutely. That's the thing. You guys keep bringing this up and giving me all these different ideas for all these fucking stupid fandoms. And if my son does use Twitter, which is also extremely unlikely.
Oh, he's gonna do it behind your back if you don't let him.
No one's going to
Yeah.
care about his. No one's going to care about his opinion. He's going to be a nice middle-class boy. He's probably going to be either white or mixed race. Who knows? No one's going to give a shit about his opinion, really, because he's going to be really fucking boring, because that's how I made him. But if he does by some stretch of the imagination use the only thing he will be doing is if girls talk about how they're depressed and the like, he's just going to bombed really instantly. So a bit to what you were saying, Ruby, but not a loser, fucking going after K-pop. He's going to be like, ha ha ha, come over, ? Smiley face, and he's going to do it every single
Are
shot
you
down
saying-
every time. And it's going to be a reply guy.
Yeah, or that or a simp.
Oh, he's simping?
Oh no, he's not.
Your boy be simping?
He's not a simp. Not a simp.
No?
Oh no.
Can't imagine
Didn't
just
rate
sitting
him
in the
simp.
principal's office if he gets bullied and be like, no, that's it, my son is not a simp. I'm taking him out of this school.
Your son's been standing up for women's rights. No son of mine's gonna
Going
be
up-
a simp. Taking them out of that
Going into
school
the
right
playground,
now.
going to the playground and shirt-fronting 8-year-old children. You think my son's a simp? You think my son's a simp? I spend $500 on OnlyFans a month. If anyone's a simp, you can call me a simp, and I'm a lot bigger than you.
Wow, taking your bullet for your kid. I respect that.
And then he
Absolutely.
then he starts flossing.
Exactly.
So beautiful.
Can't
I
wait
think
to
it's
have a child.
important. It's important to teach your kid Fortnite dances.
Early.
Justice.
It's
Good for
it's
the
like becoming
early as
bilingual.
possible.
You gotta teach them while the brain is still plastic, so
Oh,
they
yeah.
get it in
Yep.
there. They know all the
Yep.
Fortnite dances.
Yeah.
When I was coaching my younger sister's football team, I'd have a section of training. We'd get to the end of training, I'd be like, "Hey guys, I really want this." And this was when Fortnite was God, it would have been about 13 or 14 years or something. I was like, "When you score, first thing I want you to do a fort." Oh, really? I'm like, yeah, absolutely, go for it. And then on the field, I think it might have been, remember who's something, and I was like, do the fucking dance, screaming from the sideline. And it was the most begrudging Fortnite dance I've ever seen. The opposition were furious.
It's like the video of that kid crying in the kitchen while doing a Fortnite dance. I love how Ruby just sort of laughed at you when you said you wanted to have kids one day.
Ruby knows my intention is to be a father. It's my goal in life.
Yeah.
You know anyone Ruby?
No, it's fine. Look.
Anyone stupid enough to let me implant this seed into them and raise my spawn?
No.
A child's guaranteed to be beautiful.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That didn't sound sarcastic at all.
No, look, I think that would be
That could be a good
really fun. Yeah.
Just need to make sure they never find out anything I did or anything I ever said or the age of maybe I get my act together before the age of 28. They just don't get to know anything. Till they're grown up.
Zach, who's your
I cannot wait.
Who's your favorite character from the Star Wars Expanded Universe exclusively?
That's a really good question.
That's only appeared in the books.
Oh, okay.
Mine's Zazie Weewa.
I didn't fucking ask
Jason
you, Ruby.
I'm just
Jason
saying.
Solo was pretty cool.
Okay.
Like the whole story arc with that. And yeah, probably Jason Solo. My least favorite was Lowbarker.
Oh, none of which now is canon.
No, I wasted
Thanks, Disney.
10 years of my life, more even. Probably maybe 10 years of my life. Something that the people who make the storybooks is now no longer real, and that's real. And of course, being a rational level-minded human being, it means that all the entertainment that I gained over those years is now validated because it's not true. It's not a true story. It didn't actually happen.
Well,
Now
Zach,
that
yeah.
makes me upset.
Mm-hmm.
Zach, if it makes you feel any better, none of it was ever real because it's fiction and it's just all not true.
Oh yeah, it took me until the age of 25 to know that. Only once they started it was only once they said the expanded universe is now to be referred to as Legends, is not canon. That's when I went, oh okay, Star Wars isn't real. It didn't actually happen.
That was the
If they can change things like that, then it just didn't happen.
Zach deals with that trauma every day by exclusively playing FIFA now.
Much.
Was there soccer in Star Wars? And was it called space soccer?
Yeah, was it called Space Soccer, Zach?
It was called
Zach, was it
Pandulian
fucking called Space
Footbag.
Soccer? Sorry, Ryan, go ahead.
I believe I believe it was called Tandulian Footbag or something like that.
Right.
It sounds like what they would call it in Star Wars.
That sounds extremely contrived.
It was grab ball,
Quidditch.
soccer. Had a version of polo. No, there wasn't Quidditch.
Why not?
I'm pretty sure that was from Star Wars. Yeah, no, there was
I'm
Quidditch.
pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
And
golf.
Voldemort is
Existed in
the
Star Wars
main
universe.
villain in Star Wars, right?
Yeah, remember the scene where Anakin Skywalker is the best at Quidditch, and that's what turned him to the dark side?
The
Yeah.
seeker.
Mm.
You
Yeah,
can seek the snitch.
That would be episode 3, right? Yeah.
100%.
Do you remember when...
And then there was that one Irish character that kept blowing stuff up and fucking up heaps.
Yeah, Seamus Solo.
Famous.
Yeah, Seamus Solo.
Do you remember when Padme was just like an ancillary character in Beavis and Butthead, and then later on she got her own show?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is nice.
Gotta
Gotta get off I'm a go pop.
Actually, Harry Potter is the one thing that's gotten worse. I think something that was a good children's series, then the most unbearable fans imagine.
And
I
creators.
rewatched
And
all of the
yeah,
Harry Potter
J.K.
movies
Rowling
really
is-
recently.
Yeah. No. Let's just not discuss Rowling because. Go ahead.
This is a great discussion topic.
Good idea, man. But Ruby,
No,
you
I'm very fine.
I do like the films, but you recently rewatched all the films, didn't you?
I did. So, no Rowling talk. I do not know that woman. But I did rewatch all of the Harry Potter films really, really recently, as part of my birthday present because, I have been saying for a while now, after my boyfriend and I watched all the Twilight movies, I was like, cool, Harry Potter's next. And he's like, fuck no, no thank you, no. And I was like, well, okay. And then my birthday came along. And I had my birthday in quarantine, or in isolation. So and it's not as fun as you think, but you make do. And so I was like, I want to watch all the Harry Potter movies, and he's like, all right, it's your birthday, I guess we can do that. And so we watched every single one.
Oh yeah.
They're still really fucking fun, honestly. They're really fun movies. I stand by the belief that I don't think any like movie series or even just like singular movie has kind of done a cinematic magic story as well as the Harry Potter movies have.
Excuse me, what about Sir Billi, starring the one and only, his swan song, you could say.
What about the Wizard?
Sir
from
Sean
Prince
Connery's swan song was an animated 3D film called Sir Billi, Billi.
Wow, I've never heard of that.
No, me neither.
Sir Billi.
Not good.
It was rental only, and I'm gonna find.
Of course it was.
I'm gonna find the artwork.
You can definitely see a lot of Sir Billi artwork. This looks like early CG.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
not.
and
It's
it wasn't
from,
made that long ago.
Nope, it was made like 10 years ago.
Sean Connery
2012.
doesn't like. This is probably like one of the last things he did.
Yep.
It was the
Yep.
last thing that he did. And it's got Sir Sean Connery right above in big letters. This was his swan song and therefore his best work.
Oh
Is he
wow.
still alive?
Unfortunately, he is still alive. I lost a bet over that.
Sad day.
I mean, well,
Unfortunately.
wait a second. Let me hold on. Can I take that back? Can I go from one?
One.
He is
One.
still alive.
Wait,
I know
no,
that because
so
I lost.
hang on,
the bet.
Ruby and I just talked over each other, so I might not have picked that up.
Did you say one?
Did you want to do it, Zach? Ruby, did you want to do the countdown from one?
Yeah, well, I said one,
We can
and I
do-
think
we
you said
37.
one.
You want to do a? Martin wants to do a countdown from 37.
Wow. Good vote for. We've
Pedro?
never done it before, certainly.
You can, I mean,
Alright, I
you can
was
go
just,
ahead. You can do ahead and do a countdown from 37 if you want.
I
Not
could,
gonna lie,
but
I left for about a minute to cooking chili at the moment.
Zach was joking. He's cool.
What?
Dude just bought a boat. He needed some time by himself.
Oh no, it was like a minute. And I was like, oh, they're talking Harry Potter. Ruby's gonna riff. I can go stir my chili.
It's just,
And-
yeah, stay chilly.
That's
You're
it.
consulting with your brand new Johnson, Zach. We all know.
You know what? I've literally like recently been having to like control myself when it comes to like talking on and on about one thing and putting like heaps and heaps of context into it. So
Hey, I
you should've
wonder
just
what that
said.
could be.
Yeah, I'm taking stuff for it and doing really well. So I'm working on not bullshitting and bullfarting and bullpooing.
Like
Don't worry, Ruby.
So,
I know the same thing.
Garrett's just posting a picture of Sir Billy on a fucking skateboard.
There exists a lot of Sir Billi artwork.
All forever be.
I feel like we need to watch this
Forever.
movie.
Yeah, I've never actually
Billy
seen
is
it.
just gonna be
Zach brought this to
Sean
my
Connery's
attention years
lost-
ago. He like saw it in a
Yeah.
blockbuster or something, right?
in a Civic video. Yeah,
Right.
they were
Which
they had
is-
like 4 or 5 copies of. So I was like, you guys have the Matrix, and they're like, no. I'm like, do you have? And they're like, we got like 5 copies of the Matrix, and this was in like the last days of video stores, and they're like, hey, we got like 5 copies of the Matrix Reloaded, maybe 3 of the Fast and the Furious films, none of the good ones.
What? They're all good ones. Thank you. All right, go ahead.
We got Mr. Pop. We got Mr. Pep. We got Mr. Popper's penguins.
On
Then we've also got.
Did they have Hitch on UND?
Hope so. I know that they had Sir Billi because it was proudly displayed. It's like, this was Sean Connery's last film. And I was like, no, it fucking wasn't. I looked at the cover art, I'm like, this Sean Connery is not in this. And I looked at the box and clear as day was Sir Sean Connery. I'm like, you are fucking shitting me.
It's the only... I'm pretty sure it's the only time they use his knighthood in his film credits.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard about that before.
This movie is... You can watch this movie for free right now on Tubi. I'm gonna...
Oh, I love Tubi.
Dude, Ruby and Al introduced me to Tubi. Shouts out Al as well.
Hey, what's Tubi?
It's a streaming site.
Is a free streaming site, and it's just got all these like super old movies that are like public domain, as well as like a whole bunch of like really shit rip-offs, and then like a bunch of weird documentaries and bad stand-up. It's got so much shit.
Garrett, it's got The Golden Child.
Oh, Tubi has The Golden Child. That's
Yeah, you can watch The Golden Child. Wow. And you can watch all of Third Rock from the Sun.
I love French Stewart.
We were watching...
Oh, and it's got all the Yu-Gi-Oh!
Big French fan?
Yeah.
We were watching...
Are you part of the French Stew crew?
No, I won't join a gang.
That's his friend. His fan group is called the French Stew Crew.
I'm not into gang warfare.
Nah, Garrett's not a gang member.
No, never. My apologies.
That's a fist.
All I'm saying is, look, I just want to bring this up about Sir
I heard
Billi.
he was in the Foreskin Fellas.
All I'm going to say is, Sir Billi is streaming free. Garrett, I'm just going to throw this out there. Recently, I know you and the fellows at Mega 64 did start Mega 64 Movie Club.
Don't lump me in with those guys.
Maybe I'm just saying, maybe make them watch Sir Billi.
You can't make anyone do anything around here. I'm at the bottom of the totem pole. I'm not even appearing in the movie club franchise yet. I don't even. You're telling me about this for the first time. I'm hearing it.
What? Oh, this is how you get in. This is the best way to get in. You slide in with that. I'd be like, hey, listen, here you're doing some things. Here's an idea, Sir Billi, and then boom, Garrett Hunter, the #1 star, takes over. As
Tubi,
it always should be.
I think I'll get my foot in the door with the info on Tubi because everyone needs another free streaming platform.
Tubi's got so much shit, but more importantly, it's got a bunch of really old anime.
It does.
That I haven't seen. Is it Bubblegum Panic?
Oh, that's
Bubblegum Crisis?
Well, yeah,
Bubblegum Crisis.
Bubblegum Panic was the third one.
Yeah, but they've got Bubblegum Crisis, which I haven't seen on anything else. But I haven't been looking either.
The Rockstar Press.
And it's got all of Yu-Gi-Oh. It's got all of Yu-Gi-Oh.
We were watching.
I typed in Bubblegum and I got Bubblegum Crisis, Bubblegum Varies Valentine's Day Sing Along, and Andy Paris, the Bubblegum King. So it's got all your bubblegum needs.
Yeah.
Tubi.com.
We were watching all this old Groucho Marx footage at your house, Ruby, with it. It's great.
Yeah. It's got all these best of Groucho Marx and shit. It's so good.
Look, I have to address something. I have to address something real quick. I did declare that Garrett Hunter very briefly was in the Foreskin Fellas, but I just remembered.
You did.
I just remembered that we all don't have foreskin, so never mind.
Yeah, never mind.
So never mind.
Never mind. I lost mine.
Wait, Martin started to say something. Oh, hold on.
No.
Martin, say it. Martin's not.
Throw yours back.
I'm going to the positive here.
It's hard to tell you guys, but a bit hard for me to join that gang. Unless I do something
Too late.
fantastic.
Sorry, don't worry.
Martin's about to go
Am I
sicko mode.
Wait, hold on. I'm
Martin's about to go
confused.
sicko mode.
Martin, do you or do you not have your foreskin?
I do have
He's a
it.
doctor. He can take it off.
I can't do that.
It's because I'm not a fucking
Stand with
barbarian.
Martin. We're turtleneck and kings. It's.
I wasn't raised. I was
good.
raised in a country where fucking Kellogg's had an influence on my foreskin. So
I also have a confession to make. I too still have my foreskin,
Wow.
Purely by the fact that I'm not too sure how I would get rid of it, and I'm pretty sure it's an illegal act to get rid of mine. So,
Keep
yeah.
that.
I saw an episode of Law and Order about that.
Well, you know what?
I didn't ask to lose mine, so I'm a little upset. And I'm trying to grow it back because I saw a documentary about some weights and some.
Oh,
pulleys
dog,
I can
yeah.
hang.
Right.
Oh,
Garrett.
dude, that guy with the socks all
the
over his
weights
dongle.
Yeah.
And it's all
Garrett.
foreskin.
If you're
Very
all about
painful.
pulling, let me clue you in on something. Have you heard of jelking?
Well, I know
Yes.
about jelking. Yeah.
Oh, you know about jelking? Okay, cool.
Martin, we've
Joke.
missed you. Martin, we've missed you so much.
I've been jelking. I've been mewing. Been doing all these kind of Chad-like behaviors to try to better myself.
Have you heard about the new one? Where they're taking bees and they're voluntarily stinging themselves on the penis, hoping that the venom will make their penises larger.
Oh, hell yeah.
No, it's okay. No.
Nice.
No.
Nice.
For anyone who doesn't know out there, jelking is a thing where men pull on their wieners until the skin rips, and the idea that it'll make micro tears in the muscles, and then the muscles will grow bigger. That's like how weightlifting works. But all it does is it gives you like a weird scarred, like hamburger-looking penis. It's very gross.
I'm gonna say it now. 2020, baby, where no dick, all foreskin. That's what it's about.
Oh
It's a
yeah.
new trend.
So never mind.
I'm about it. I'm about it.
Let's find the whole concept side of religious reasons. So if you just do it, like it's kind of weird. I've said earlier in the podcast I'd really like to be a dad, and I really look forward to it. And of course, I want my son to have
Foreskins, yeah, okay. Go on.
But when he comes out of the womb, the first thing on my mind isn't. I was saying earlier that how I want to be a father, and it's just like the first thing on. I find the whole kind of thing around foreskin being very strange, because when I look into the eyes of my beautiful son and my really tired wife after giving birth, the last thing on my mind is like, I'm going to give this boy the most full penis.
Well, that's the thing. That's the first mistake you're making. You say you're looking directly into the eyes of your beautiful son. You should be looking directly into that dick, buddy. You fool.
Yeah, exactly. It's that's what these
stare
parents do.
straight
They're
down
like,
the
I need.
pee-hole.
First thing they think about is like their son's penis. Like, that's fucking weird.
Well,
It's
sometimes there's quite a common thing where later in life it's actually like a surgical procedure that some people need.
That's
And they don't.
Yeah,
Is
but
it
that's
having
the
to
thing about, like-
remove the foreskin? Yes.
If you've got like severe
Phimosis.
phimosis or something.
That's what happened with me.
Yeah.
I got circumcised when I was 12.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's a fun fact.
Yeah.
Neither did I.
Learning so
Hey.
much.
That's a fact about my brother I've never known.
Yep.
I, however, am fully intact, fully functional,
As am I.
and my foreskinned penis, which I'm pretty glad to have.
Foreskin gang,
Put
whole lot of
coins
gang
in
shit.
there.
No, see, I was
Play around
born.
with it.
My parents were so happy, and then God said, "Hey, I need you to take a little off the top there, bud."
There
And
you
so
go.
they just went snip, snip, and now it's all good.
Sure, it wasn't Kellogg.
Holy sacrament.
No, I'm Jewish. It was definitely God.
That was definitely okay. Yep.
Shut up.
Shut up.
We got the foreskin fellas. We got the Nevermind gang. We've got girls. Shut up.
Yep, that's it. That's the three.
Girl.
So never mind.
Group chat used to be called Flaccid Fellows. We had a tradition. I'm not sure if I've shared this one on the podcast before. We had a thing called the late night softcock roll call, and it was basically if you were out at pubs, if we were out and we're all in different places, one person would just send a photo of their limp dick at like usually between the hours of like 11 p.m. and maybe 3 in the morning. And everyone in the group chat had to send a picture of their flaccid cock, no matter where they were. And if they were caught hard, or if they didn't send one at all, they bought the next round.
That's a good tradition. Let's start. Hey, Garrett, I have your phone number. Will you? I'm going to see your picture real quick. Go ahead and just grab your phone and let's get this tradition started.
I'm not buying the next round, so I don't know what the.
But you're
Oh, no, let's
Then you got
flaccid dick.
you got to serve up everyone else a little bit of what you're having.
Ruby's
All
like Ruby's probably like silently disgusted right now, but in the back of her mind, she knows what the fuck goes on in all girl group chats.
Yeah.
Talk about boys and kissing.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't want to talk about boys or kisses. That's gross. Also,
Yeah,
Garrett, I did just send you a picture of my penis. So let me know when you get that.
Oh, God.
Brian, are you soft?
What?
Yeah, he's soft.
You got to be soft.
Yeah, it was soft. It was very soft. It was the softest.
soft.
But
It was retracted fully into his body cavity.
We can all do that, right?
Yeah, you have to hide it.
I mean, that's what you guys do, right?
That's what
When
you're supposed to do.
When you're scared.
And I'm
It's
scared
like a-
when
like a-
there's
like a
women
fi-
around.
Like a fight or flight mechanism.
When I'm
Yeah.
out in public
Oh, yeah.
and when there's women around, I get scared and I hide it.
That anxiety,
way.
flaccid dick, immediate.
Well, look, let me tell you, hiding it and taking it back in is definitely a lot better than the opposite in public, I'd say.
It is. It is. It's true. But
Yeah?
with Garrett, it's more of a bulldog kind of situation. Like
Ew.
a tuck between. and
Can we not get into the
surprising his friends.
specific?
Are we doing like a
I'm just
Buffalo
remembering.
Bill here?
I'm just remembering that video from years ago of you, you doing that outtake with I think it was Indie Man, the video you guys were shooting for Mega 64, right?
Yeah. Everyone was inside with me except for Rocco, who was outside looking through the window.
And on an alternate take, that he was expecting.
He was supposed to whip.
Yeah.
He was gonna whip the window open to deliver a line. I had replaced my scrotum and penis through the back end of my legs. You know, what sticks through the back of your thighs when you bend over. And I'd replaced that part of my body with the camera and tripod. So when he whipped open the curtain to deliver his lines, he got like 2 sentences off before he witnessed the horror.
It was so good. It was so fun.
Good.
Oh my god.
Garrett,
Is that a-
do you?
What do I what?
I was gonna say, do you remember when I did that to you at PAX East?
I think I blocked
East.
it out.
PAX East 2012. We were all walking around, and if you've never been to PAX East, there's this big, like kind of see-through hallway that goes over the convention floor. And we were walking by, and I don't know, we like everyone down. You guys were all down at the booth, and we could see you, and we started waving. And for some reason, I was like, "Well, this is a good idea." And I just turned around and just took my butt out in the middle of PAX East and pressed it against the glass. And
You pressed ham.
it was a
I do
real.
remember you pressing ham on that glass.
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
Well, that was 2015. Now it would be a sex crime, but back then
Oh,
you
yeah.
get away with that. You get away
Oh,
with that
okay.
kind of nonsense. Kind of gamer nonsense was allowed back then.
2012 gamer nonsense, yes. 2020 gamer nonsense, no, thank you.
It's like the only thing that comes to mind for me is like, okay, I hear genitals, I hear butt, I hear booth, glory hole.
Were you glory holing at PAX?
No, I
Or
was
did it
not.
not?
This is different.
No, there's no glory in that.
Ryan, you look
No,
so
it's-
Billy. You look so Billy dead in the eye, and you tell him that you did not glory hole at PAX East.
Sir Billy, the Guardian. What is this movie called again? The Guardian of Scotland.
I love you so
I
much.
did not glory hole at PAX 2012. PAX East 2012.
Shouts out.
What about the
Don't
other
believe
second
it.
year?
No, well, we're not talking about those. I'm just specifically talking about
Hey,
PAX East.
sexy lady. Shouts out.
Fuck Owen style.
Shouts out to 2012.
Can
Mark,
I just quickly?
go ahead. Sorry.
Coney's
Oh,
still there.
sorry. I've quickly just stumbled upon a group called Toe Wife Life, and I've got this really beautiful picture that I just this text photo that I would like to read to you because I think it's really beautiful. From Toe Wife Life. Women whisper about wanting sexy tow truck operators. And I'm over here like, bitch, that's my husband. You don't worry about him on the side of the highway 24/7. I earned my place. Back off. That's love.
Never mess with a tow truck wife who was born in September and loves Nickelback. That's a shirt that you can now buy at Facebook.com.
Oddly
God, I love those
specific,
shirts.
yeah.
Oddly specific, but very, very precise.
It's like I relate to it.
Yeah.
Like one person just in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere is like, yeah, it's my shirt. I get it.
I am the son of a proud parking ranger. Thank you for your service.
Thank you to all the parking rangers, the true first responders of the COVID outbreak.
True first.
You can't have people parking everywhere during this time. We gotta force shit.
Exactly.
Force kin.
See, I knew
Force
that
me
was
to wear a
coming.
mask, but you can write me a ticket for parking in a red zone.
Martin, my friend, I love you so much. We have missed you, my friend. My co-founder of the Gaming Cult podcast.
Indeed. It's been close to 10 years at this point, right?
Since we started it? Yeah, we recorded the first episode on New Year's Eve 2011. 2011,
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. So close to 9 years at this point.
Yeah, it's 9. You said 8 years before. That's 9 years.
8.5 years we've been going with this show now. Pretty crazy. How you been, Martin? The viewers have missed you too. They always ask me how Martin's doing.
Well, they can find me on the Discord server that is now up and running. If they actually this.
That's right.
Up and down, busy as always. Work. I don't think I've been on an actual episode since 2015, if my memory serves me correct.
Yeah, it was like episode 50. Yeah, episode 50. 10 years ago, 10 episodes ago. 5 years ago and 10 episodes ago. Jesus Christ. Well done, me.
Yeah, well, work comes first, you know?
Of course.
But yeah, it's been up and down, and it's been some interesting times during these 5 years, for sure.
Have you been making your way downtown, changing fast, and you're home now? Martin, we've needed you, we've missed you, and now you're back with
in
GCP has missed you much, and the viewers too. They love your butt. Oh, Martin, we are glad. Sorry, take it, Martin.
See, I can't memorize the melody of the song with the instrumentals.
And now he's glad that he's back with us for Gaming Cult Pod. Cast. And Zach wishes he was the center of attention, so he's a little angry that Martin's back, even though he loves him. But very Zach much. Is my brother, and I love him so much. And he wants to touch Martin's butt. Oh, Zach, he's here, and he's probably not queer, but he loves to post his dick in the group chat with his other straight friends. And it seems to be some kind of bonding experience. But I'm very proud of my brother Zach today. He works his life away, and he does very well. And I love him so much. And he wants to touch his butt, which is a kind of strange thing, because you could do that at any time. But he's a very successful boy, and he bought a boat today, and his sister's name is Ruby, and here's what she has to say.
You know, I'd walk 1,000 miles if I could just see you tonight.
Zach, you want to take it to the bridge?
Been playing. I was going to ask Martin what he's been playing.
You don't want to take it to the bridge.
It's a video game podcast.
It's under the bridge.
It's a video game podcast? Really?
Wait, video games?
Video games? Video games?
I've played some of those.
Come on, dude. Is this
what? Guys, I played a video game today.
Refuse to date a gamer.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
This again? Really? Zach?
Lots come out. You got a lot of catching up. A lot of splaining to do.
Martin, they made another Shenmue.
I mean,
they did.
You're assuming a lot. You're assuming a lot about our friend Martin.
Just back up. Roll back the tape of it.
Okay, yeah. Hold on. You want me to say that line again?
Roll back the tape.
Okay. Martin, they made another Shenmue.
They did.
Yeah, it's called Shenmue 3.
It is called Shenmue 3. Indeed.
Yeah, did you play it?
Somewhat.
See?
Uh-oh.
See?
You played a video game.
See what's going on here?
I don't play video games, as you know. Or maybe I do. For the sake of it, let's assume that I play video games. For now.
Goodness.
This joke will just continue forever. Anywho.
Martin, my friend, what did you think of Shenmue 3?
I'm gonna be extremely open and honest about Shenmue 3, in terms of how far I've gotten into the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jake, you called me the day it was scheduled to be delivered.
That's
as far as
right.
I remember right.
That's right. It was the first time we'd spoken in a couple of years, a few years.
2-3 years at least, yes.
And I happened to call you and talk about Shenmue because I just got it in the mail that day. My Kickstarter copy. And I was like, I have to call Martin.
Because remember, all of you viewers out there, Shenmue was one of the main topics that brought Jake and me together in creating the Gaming Cult podcast from the very beginning.
It was.
Hence, it is quite it has some weight to it. Let's say that.
Oh, 100%.
Now, you did call me that day it was scheduled for delivery. Yes. I think we had a conversation for 3 hours. About
It was a long time, yeah.
about everything and nothing at the same time, as is, the standard,
Mm-hmm.
And I remember at the very, very end of the call, the postman comes and drops a package down my mail slot. Because I was sort of under the impression that not getting it, not happening. It's too late. Tomorrow, maybe, sure. And then when like I said at the end of the call, it dropped in my mailbox and I opened the package and yeah.
It was so crazy. He got his copy right there as we were on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And
like I said, I'm going to be completely honest and open about what I felt and experienced at the time. No jokes, no nothing like that. I started to cry.
You did. You did. I totally got it.
Like a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And the very reason as to why I haven't been playing Shenmue 3 that whole lot is because whenever I boot up the game, I start crying. I waited for this goddamn game for, well, at the time I think it was 18 years, right? Yeah, 18 years. It's got a lot of memories attached to it. Basically, the last 19 years as a flashback to everything that's happened since,
It's weird. It's weird, isn't it? I've only played probably the first 2 hours of the game still. I can't play any more of it right now because I don't have my PS4. I have to get a PC copy or something. But, it's weird. You've been waiting for this thing for so long, and then it's like, I've got to take this. I wonder if it's going to take me 18 years to actually play it.
Pretty much. Because the moment I try to boot up that game and I play for 10 minutes, I start to cry. I'm just putting it out there. That's official. Yeah.
It's pretty
Brings
profound,
out a
isn't it?
lot of... Yes, it's very profound in that way.
And it's probably not probably not even a very good game. It's authentically Shenmue. It's shit and good at the same time.
Just like the first two.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. But it's just got too much build up to it. It's pretty crazy.
Yep. The build up.
And it doesn't end at 3, does it? There's planned
Nope.
equals.
You thought this was over? No, come on.
Ever. No, I was only anticipating a 4.
There's supposed to be like 5 of them or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous.
Is there any news since 3's been out for a while now? Is there any news on 4?
No idea. Nothing from the
Not
SNET yet.
that I know of, no.
No. So it'll be interesting to see, but I think it's doing well.
Okay, I'll be
from what I hear.
right back.
Okay,
I just need to go get something.
you go get it.
Hey, girl.
Good about that.
So what else have you been playing, my friend?
Well, since about a month back, I've been putting some hours into the Final Fantasy VII remake, and my voice is. Could put that in the recording.
Is it time to talk about the final? Is it time to talk about Final Fantasy VII remake?
It's got
I got
some
some
poisoning.
No,
I got some words.
Well, yeah. Us Europeans got it 1 week earlier than the rest of you.
Shuts up.
Which is
The Australians were the
Yeah,
first to
but-
get
but-
something again for maybe the second
well,
time in history.
no. This was more a matter of Square Enix actually, being behind that decision. From what I remember, they put out a statement saying like, "Hey, look, COVID-19 is a thing, and we need you guys to stay home. Here's Final Fantasy VII remake 1 week earlier, so that you actually stay home."
There you go.
That's cool.
What do we think
Yeah.
of it? I haven't played it. I haven't got my PS4 with me. It's in the UK right now.
I haven't finished the game yet. I'm 35 hours in, which means that I'm pretty close to finishing it. I have heard opinions about it, and this would be the key to Ryan.
Today, mere hours before we started this, I achieved the platinum trophy
Nice.
in Final Fantasy VII remake. And here's
that you
what I.
have to play it 3 times to get all the dresses.
Yep. Well, I played it fully through on normal, played it fully through on hard, did the secret bosses, and then did a little chapter skipping to get those dresses. And I can say this, and hey, listen, it's time for me to say some real harsh truths about this game. Are you ready?
Okay.
Ready?
Here we go.
Mhm.
Yep.
Hey.
Zach, you ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah, I guess.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like
Talk
it.
about Final Fantasy.
It's a good game.
Yeah.
It's the
I liked it.
last
I
one.
can't get into a lot of the plot stuff because people haven't played it here. But
I'm not
I liked what they did. That's all I'm gonna say. I thought that the combat in this game is fun as hell.
It's amazing.
It is real great. It was never boring. The only detriment to this game, I would say, is that it's 18 chapters long, and it could have been like 12 to 13. There was a lot of parts that were just like, well, why am I doing this?
Out the gate, people complained that it was too short. You're saying could have even been shorter.
I should have been a little shorter, honestly. I didn't need backstories on that guy that was sitting outside of Don Corneo's mansion, or I didn't need to know about how much Jessie loves her mom's pizza. Like, there was some stuff that is just like, okay, this sucks. But it's a fun game.
Do you get to deliver pizzas? Do you get to deliver pizzas?
Okay, here's what I want to talk about Final Fantasy VII Remake. There is far too much pizza in this game. They talk about pizza. There's signs for pizza at Seventh Heaven. They keep referring to the plates as pizza. There's a song with the word pizza in it. They go and eat pizza. There is so much fucking pizza in Final Fantasy VII.
Are you sure you're not talking about the Emma Roberts and Hayden Christensen movie Little Italy? Because it sounds like you're talking about that movie.
Hold on. Let me check really quick. Did I spend 50 hours playing Little Italy? No, this is Final Fantasy VII Remake.
He just got the platinum.
So
Gamers love pizza. They love
They
gamer
do.
food.
That's true.
As a gamer myself, I love pizza.
I love pizza too. I'm a big pizza fan. I don't want to keep hearing about pizza in Final Fantasy VII. I want to see swords, and I want to see big swords, and I want to see magic, and I want to see cool people with just one wing, not to.
Going.
Right.
But I don't want to listen
getting
to.
stabbed to death as well.
I don't want to keep listening to a nice lady in a weird metal breastplate talk about how much she loves a pizza called the Midgar Special.
You know what I want to do?
It's
I want
mom
to slap
making
Chadley
it,
in the
right?
face.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Garrett?
Said I want to slap Chadley in his smug little face.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, fuck Chadley, right?
The
Now
way that kid dresses, he deserves a wedgie.
there's some things you don't know about Chadley until you do a lot of the side shit in that game. I'll just say Chadley has some depth.
Early on.
Once you beat the ultimate final mega side boss, like
Okay.
you know,
He
like
reaches his ultimate
the
form.
weapons.
Before you.
Maybe you'll learn some things about Chadley, but he does dress like a nerd, and I want to punch him.
It's very, very evident to me that we are playing different versions of the game. Like,
How so?
meaning that I play the Japanese version.
Oh,
They
how much?
will
Yeah,
talk
what did they
about
replace the pizza with in Japan?
I mean, no. Jesse definitely talks about pizza, and there's signs of pizza, but it's not to that extent that you just described.
She keeps bringing it up, and other people bring it up,
Mm.
and then want to go for pizza after. Wow, that was a big fight. Let's get a pizza.
No. It was
Okay.
just
Also,
more
the
of,
music is really good.
Yes, absolutely so.
Great soundtrack.
Masashi
I was
Hamauzu
happy.
did the new arrange, didn't he?
Yes, he did, and like I think they got approximately 90 to 95% of the original staff to work on the remake as well.
Really?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Now,
And-
Martin, you said you're almost there. What, if you don't mind me asking, what chapter are you in? Do you know the number of the chapter?
I'm trying to remember. Let me just Google it.
Yeah, Google that really quick. Garrett, where are you in the game?
I'm like still, trying to make Aerith like me. I feel like the beginning of that game is a heavy tutorial of like showing you all around the slums. Here's how the slums work, and then okay, finally you can fight some stuff. Here's another little mission. I was like, okay, finally I can fight some stuff. Let me go. Oh wait, now here it's like, oh no, you're with Aerith. She's gonna show you all around her slums. Oh, you guys are picking flowers. It's like, okay, I'm done with the tutorials. I want to fight. I want to get out there and fucking do battles. I want to grind. I want to level up. And I'm still stuck. Just, I don't know, deciding which girl I like more.
Yeah, the back half of that game
Tifa
becomes just
is
like,
my
hey, fight.
fucking wife. What? What is it, Ryan? What?
Tifa's really good in this game. I want a standalone Tifa game. So like this game is real-time combat, but it's one button, really. It's one button to basically do your attacks, and then you have a secondary button, whatever. And then it's mostly, building up your ATB gauge to do abilities. Tifa plays like a fighting game character. She's great. She's all about building up meter and then using that to go into higher states of chi so that she gets different combos, and then all of her abilities combo into other abilities better. Whereas with like Cloud, it's just like big sword man, hit with sword. She's all like, okay, I need to do Unbridled Strength to get my triangle back up to Rise and Fall, and then I need to hit Focus Strike to pressure them. Focus Strike, while in a chi trap, will throw them up so that I can hit True Strike. And it's like, it actually plays more like an actual like combo game. So it's like, playing Cloud was fun. He hits things. It's great. I want a Tifa game where I'm doing that because
I loved controlling the other characters when you could switch to Barret.
Oh yeah,
great.
one switch like that. It's perfect. Anyway,
I like
Ryan,
Barret in this game. Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
What chapter are you on?
Oh, Brian, the chapter I was, or rather, that I'm currently on, the chapter that I'm currently on is either 14 or 15.
Okay, yeah, you're getting towards it.
Yeah.
You're getting towards it. It's about to get real good. I mean, it's been good, but it's about to get real good.
So, picking up that game, right? I've seen and heard a lot of criticism towards it. People think that it's too linear, it's too fleshed out, it's too what have you, right? What people seem to be forgetting is that, like I said, 90 to 95% of the original staff is working on, meaning that a lot of the content, and I know specifically which ones I might add, that was added to the remake was actually intended for the original game from '97.
Wow.
that didn't because they weren't able to fit it on the discs.
No, they had to get a third disc just to put an MP3 on the end for the Sephiroth theme.
That's a great theme. Dude, the remixed version of One Wing Angel in this game is so fucking good. But to people saying it's linear, it is kind of linear, but now get me wrong, I'm not the biggest Final Fantasy VII fan in the world. The first time I played it was in 2018 on the PS4, and I really liked it, but I don't have this history, but it's kind of fresh in my mind. I remember it, since this is just the beginning of the game, this is just up to Midgar, that was mostly linear, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was just like, go here, go here, go here.
And
So the idea that, like, why is this game linear? It's like, it was linear before, it's linear now, what's the problem?
I don't get that criticism from gamers at all. It's the same criticism that people had that many people had Final Fantasy 13 back in 2009, and I'm just like looking at that now, and I'm actually playing Final Fantasy 13 right now, and I'll get into what I've been playing in a little while. But it's just not a valid criticism of JRPGs anymore. There's nothing wrong with linearity. We got, I feel like Square Enix listened to that opinion and then made Final Fantasy 15, which was originally 13 verses. They made 15 and got rid of the linearity, and that game was even more divisive than 13.
It's a good game. I just want to go on record as saying Final Fantasy 15 was a good game. Sorry, go ahead.
It was
so it's
really
just
good game.
Yeah, but there was a lot of things about it that were really, really weird. Like, it divided opinion once again. So it's just like, no, there's always going to be a certain set of gamers or people of fandom that will just never be satisfied, no matter what you do.
That's gamers, man.
You give them exactly what they want, and they'll still hate it.
Yep.
Zach, my brother, I love you so much. You've had somewhat of a lifestyle change this year.
Yeah, I absolutely have.
My brother, would you enlighten us, please?
All right.
If anyone's been following you on social media for the past year, they'll see what's been going down in the life of the Hollywood superstar.
What has
Absolutely.
gone down in the life of the Hollywood superstar?
Well, I decided not to be a degenerate anymore, and I, decided to get outdoors constantly. And now I'm a man of the wilderness, but also, more importantly, I'm a man of the seas. I have taken up fishing. I am
Wait, Zach.
taking up.
Looking for seamen?
Zach, I'm gonna say Martin's joke, but close to the mic, Zach. Is that what you're saying? Are you a seaman?
Looking for
Well, no. Technically, now that I have my own boat, I am technically a skipper. So I'm a captain.
So you're a seaman.
Wait, what's the difference between a skipper and a captain?
It's the same thing, kind of.
But he was called the
All
skipper,
seamen.
not the captain.
Garrett, I think he's saying he fucked with seaman.
Skipper is an informal name. Right.
For all seamen.
So
About fish sticks.
What?
I've been fishing, I've been working, and when I'm not fishing real life, I'm fishing on Animal Crossing because I find the serenity of open bodies of water to be unrivaled.
You really have been embracing the life of a fisherman, Zach.
I've
IRL
gotten
and
really
URL.
I can definitely respect that. I do not, however, respect the fact that you submitted into Tom Nook's.
Hold on. I just thought of something. We're talking about Animal Crossing New Horizons that just came out.
Yes.
I guess.
Hell yeah, baby.
Ruby,
Yes.
what did you name your island?
Oh, yeah.
Are we
Okay.
back?
Oh shit.
Are we back?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So the thing is with my Animal Crossing island, I was when they were like, "What this place called?" I was under the impression that you would write a name and they would automatically add island to the end of it. Like if you called it, like, I don't know, fish, it'd be automatically
Same
called
thing.
Fish Island. Like that was what I thought. So I was like, okay, this will be funny then. Dookie. I want it to be called Dookie Island, and kind of like Spooky Island in the Scooby-Doo live-action movie, except it's a dookie, like a poo-poo.
Oh, no.
And so
Wait, like a poo-poo from
that
the
was
Bum
my
Bum?
plan. Like a poo-poo from Bum Bum.
Oh, no.
It was going to be Dookie Island. I was like, this is so funny. Then immediately I realized that is not the case. That is just the name. So my island is just called Dookie.
And people think you're a Green Day fan.
Yeah. Like, I'm not a Green Day fan. I just want
Hey.
to stinky fart poo.
Hey, it could be worse. You could have called it Nuki and Limp Bizkit. Just
Yeah.
yeah.
That's better.
It is better.
I like the name Yuki. I am sad that I will no longer be able to visit.
Now I know why you want to hate me. Cause hey, that's all the was.
Oh,
Sometimes you just want to get
exactly.
If only we could fly.
Stop fish and the hot dog flavored water.
Fred Durst commented on my Instagram since we last talked.
Really?
That's not a thing to like
No,
brag about.
no.
It was like it was literally I posted on my Instagram. This is probably end of last year, start of this year. I posted on Instagram about how he was doing that cross promotion with the Sega Dreamcast, and I just posted a bunch of pictures of him giving a shouts out to Fred Durst with him signing a bunch of Dreamcasts and an eBay listing for one of the Dreamcasts signed by Fred Durst being on sale, and Fred Durst commented on it, and it made my fucking year.
So, how much did the Dreamcast sell for?
It hasn't sold. It's been on eBay for years.
Oh, okay. Speaking of the Dreamcast, by the way, I decided to really upgrade mine. We're talking HDMI.
Oh yeah, that's right. You went ham on the Dreamcast, didn't you, man?
I went all the way, all the modifications, except for the DD. What's it called again?
Did you flash card it? Did you take the optical drive?
No, I didn't.
Right.
That's the only thing I haven't done.
Right.
Like
seen
the
that.
fan is.
So it still plays the discs.
Oh yes, it's still very much optical. I've got like a fan mod. I got a new PSU, and I got the DC HDMI. So whenever I play that,
That's sick.
ooh, it looks so good, but it was costly.
So
But it was
beyond what do you call it? The VGA output, you've actually gone like a proper modification to put out HD in HDMI.
Yep, 1080.
Zach,
Oh, that's sick.
Zach.
And you can do all sorts of. You can even enable like scan lines and stuff if you're into that kind of stuff.
Zach,
Yes.
what did Yoda say when he watched the Star Wars trilogy on Blu-ray?
Didn't do that because he was in it.
HDMI.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
Did you come up with that with yourself, Jake? I've never heard that.
That was good.
Shouts out
Good
to
joke.
Frank Howley and Brian Abushakra, the big dogs. They tell that joke probably several times a week.
Do the voice.
HDMI!
HDMI. Ruby, do a Yoda voice.
Oh, what? What?
Nailed it.
Do
Got
something
it in
crazy.
one. Nailed
Do
it.
something
Oh,
crazy.
wait, let me
Do
try again.
something
Let me try
crazy.
again.
Do
That
something
was
crazy.
good.
Freshman. Fresh. What?
Hey,
I'll try again, I'll try
from the bread aisle and let her try again.
I love college.
Okay, I'll try again. You ready?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
What?
We said Yoda, right? Not
That's
I like the first.
I
Yeah,
can't
like
believe
Yoda.
she did
The big
that.
one, right?
I can't believe she did that. That was so good. Give,
Like
all right,
Yaddle.
third time's a charm.
Okay, you ready?
I just said I was ready. Third time is a charm.
You ready?
What the fuck?
Whoa.
Ruby did
That
the
was crazy.
skit!
Ruby, can you talk while doing that to sound like Donald Duck?
No. Like
Yoda, what are you talking about?
That is Yoda.
Say Uncle Scrooge while doing that.
What the hell? No, what is Ryan talking about?
No, I can't.
Hey,
okay.
try saying Zora.
Oh yeah.
No.
Still gotta
It's
practice.
coming-
I'll
so
bet, yeah. You'll
The
get
way
the,
it comes out is
you-
like the side of my gums.
You have to say there.
So it's like-
you have to say there is another Skywalker.
Okay. Oh wait. I haven't shown you guys because it's been such a long time. Over time, I actually got really good at doing a Lois Family Guy impression.
Oh, what?
Oh,
Hell yeah.
love
Yeah.
the Family Guy.
Yeah, I can do a Lois Family Guy impression.
Let's hear.
Wow.
Let's hear. We
You
love the
ready?
Family Guy.
You ready? Alright.
Lois.
Ready.
Hey there.
What?
That's it.
What?
Pretty good.
Pretty fucking.
That was pretty good.
Can you say,
A bit more actually.
Peter, there is another Skywalker?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Peter. No, I can't. I've only practiced that one bit.
Even just
You can only say
just
Peter.
that one word. Yeah,
Yeah, just that one word.
that's pretty good. Ruby, what did you call your Animal Crossing?
Peter. Pardon?
What did you call your Animal Crossing town? Sister?
Dookie.
Oh yeah, you
Duke.
We did
And
say
it's
that.
very nice. I love it. I love Animal Crossing. I really do. This has been a lot of fun time for me on the game. And the only thing I've been having, like, a lot of my friends now have Switches and they're playing Animal Crossing too, which is awesome.
The second one.
Only thing is, there's just so much negativity around villages in Animal Crossing.
What?
And so much
Which one?
hate for the quote-unquote ugly villages. And I'm of the belief that all the villages are cute and funny in their own way. But there's people fucking putting like bars around certain houses of villages so then they can't get out of their house.
Yeah, the traps. are
And
coming.
like
Listen,
trapping them, putting pitfalls all over their house.
hold on. Some villagers suck, Ruby.
Nah.
I got
there's
this
some
dumb
cows.
dog on my dumb island named Goldie, and she
I love
sucks.
Goldie.
And I want her
Goldie's
off
okay.
my. I hate her, and I want her off my island. I have the cool business cat Raymond, and I love that guy.
Oh, you
Yeah.
have Raymond.
Yeah,
You know
I have
Raymond
Raymond.
goes for like 100 Nook Miles tickets.
Woo! I don't care. I want him because he's
Yeah.
a cool businessman, and we talk business. Because that's what my island is about. Fucking business. And I don't need some little dumb dog in a dress walking around being like, "Ooh, what's pretty?" Nah, get the fuck off my island. It's business time.
You
only.
played the stalk market.
Yeah, are
you
you
know I
guys
played
going
this
into like the shady grey market of Animal Crossing?
Oh no! I've seen the people going like what Ruby was just talking about. How people will buy villagers from other people. That's too much.
Yeah.
I got 8 million bells from it, which was pretty neat.
What'd you sell on the shady gray market?
Oh no, just like every Sunday I get on and
Oh, from stocks. Yeah.
yeah, from stocks. And
The stock
that's,
market.
I mean, it's in my nature. There's nothing better I like to do than I love working. Like working and toil are my favorite things.
100%.
And so-
I agree with you.
I like to toil. All my hobbies surround toil. That's why Animal Crossing for me is fucking the perfect game because it's just endless toil
Whoa.
in order to see like very small improvements over time.
That's
Wait,
why.
it's not
That's why you played RuneScape
Hold on.
when you were a kid.
Hold on.
Exactly.
Sorry,
You
Mark,
just
go
called it
ahead.
a perfect game. You called it a perfect game?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
Does that mean this game is taking over FIFA as the better video game?
Well,
no, of course not. Like FIFA, I mean,
Oh,
there's
okay.
different stuff in video games. Like Animal Crossing is a life sim. FIFA is a RPG.
it's the number
So
one.
you
It's the
can't-
number one tactical RPG of all time.
Number one tactical RPG of all time.
Number one.
I thought maybe
It's the number
Animal Crossing had taken it over. I'm just saying.
No. The world's number one tactical RPG still is the best tactical RPG in the world. It will be
Yes.
every year they release it.
FIFA.
It's just
Got it.
it's game of the year every year. The thing is, it's not the same game because there's a difference between FIFA 20, FIFA 2021. And all the players change, the characters change. You might call them. We don't call them. I mean, it's a video game. No, I thought Animal Crossing, like Horizons, was really great. Like it was hard to follow because New Leaf was City Folk was garbage. And then
That
New
was,
Leaf
the Wii one, wasn't it? Or Wii U?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the one on Wii.
It's called Let's Go to the City in Australia.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
a great name.
And it came with
That's the
it
European
came with a
title.
microphone, didn't it? Like the
Yeah.
the room microphone.
was the-
I remember
the
Ruby.
Wii.
I've got a really cute story. This is back on the Wii, back when I was still living in the UK in the mid to late 2000s, I think it was, or maybe I'd just moved back to Australia. Ruby, no, it was when I was in the UK, like 2007 or something. Ruby sent me a voice message with her Animal Crossing Let's Go to the City microphone to my Wii in the very short time of a few months where you could send voice messages to each other
Better go check on my jelly.
through the Wii to wish me a Happy New Year. And it was really sweet.
So up until this point, like recently, we're talking late April recently, right? I used the same microphone for like 12 years
Right.
to record audio. Meaning every single episode of the Gaming Cult podcast, everything I've been playing that has been using microphone, I've been using the Rock Band microphone for the Xbox 360.
Oh, really?
Wow.
That's
Awesome.
right. I totally forgot you used a Rock Band mic for Gaming Cult. That's right.
I mean, it's a Logitech. It's all right, like, you know.
Yeah.
But I got to the point where it was kind of annoying because I had to make this sort of makeshift setup stand, if you will, every single time that I used it, right? And as of recently, I've been expanding upon my like language knowledge and learning new languages as well as improving in the ones I actually do speak fluently through VR chat.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Hell yeah.
So I'm currently learning European Portuguese, and I decided that the makeshift solution that I had been using for the last 9 years, give or take, wasn't really that optimal anymore.
That's
Meaning
great.
I actually got myself like a proper headset.
I went to a Raven VR chat the other week. It was great.
Jesus.
It was a giant cat.
Hmm.
I don't have a headset though. I was just using it in browser. It was a lot of fun. I feel like that has
that
has the opportunity to become Second Life. That place.
Oh yeah, even
Okay.
further so. Even further so.
Like I went to this rave and there were people cybering in the bathroom. With
Yeah,
voice.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Yep.
Don't
that's,
kids play that game?
They do.
Okay.
Which is very disconcerting, considering that
When I was
a young
sorry, go
boy,
ahead.
You
my
can
father.
if someone's cybering in the bathroom, can you hear what they're saying if you get close enough to them?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's like imagine. Yeah, it was
VR.
basically a club, and these people from Melbourne were running, and they had the DJs on, and you just walk off into the bathroom, and you just hear their voices start to get louder as you walk towards it, and yeah, they were just.
Mhm. Also,
when I was
awesome.
it's not called cybering anymore, especially not in VR. I found out. I've been playing the game for like
what's it called now?
3 months. ERP.
Erotic roleplay.
Correct.
Okay.
Ah.
I was gonna say, speaking of cybering, when I was like maybe 12, I remember I found some free. It was some flash game or whatever. That was like it was a multiplayer flash game where you were basically trapped in an insane asylum. And it was like an RPG of getting around, but you could play with other people. And then after playing it for about an hour, I found a bunch of people in like a bathroom, and it was just come in here and you can find people to cyber with. And that was my first experience with what cybering was.
Nice.
So
As
I don't know
the
about
young
you.
kids say.
I
these days.
cyber did it in a insane asylum bathroom once. Just saying.
Nice.
Shut up.
As the young
yeah.
kids say
That's so
today.
fucking cool, bro.
As the young kids say
Fucking
today.
sick. Oh, that's so hot. Bro, fuck.
As
That's fucked.
Ruby?
Yeah?
As the young kids say today, Ryan.
Yeah.
That's a yikes from me.
Why is that? No.
Take the L, Ryan.
Mm.
No. What? I don't like this. No,
Yeah,
it's
and that's
fine.
because Ryan was cybering. Tend to be a girl, a boy, or a horse. It's up to you.
Mental asylum.
She said she was a girl, and I was there being 12, being like, what's going on here? Oh, this is cool. Oh, what's going on down here? Oh, something's happening.
There you go.
But only cyber with someone who claimed to be a deer.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, ERP.
Oh. ERP with deers only.
Mm.
That's a
People could get their rocks off somehow.
Now that aspect, I
it's very
tend to
very much a
not
what Ryan experienced was very much a
get
internet.
around in the art chat. I tend to just tell those people to get the fuck out because
weird.
Who? People that want to ERP are deers.
I just feel like cybering is a very internet 1.0 kind of thing.
no,
Oh, yeah.
it's 0.9 even.
Sorry.
We're
Ruby,
talking
what the
fucking
fuck?
56K dial-up modem AOL.
Ruby, what have you done?
Be that rocks.
Ruby's been drawing the whole time. The Sir Billy draped in the Scottish flag with a boner sticking through it.
Perfect. We
That's
got
the episode.
picture for the
The
episode.
episode.
Well, I
Thank you,
looked up
Ruby.
Sir Billy fan art, and there just wasn't enough of what I wanted.
Perfect. Thank you, Ruby.
Hey,
Guardian
hey,
of the Highlands.
Ruby, I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you so
You did.
much. It's also the worst thing I've ever made.
You sure about that?
Yeah, probably. Probably.
Just to look at.
That bulge. That knighthood. That knighted bulge.
I didn't know it as the bottom.
Now you need to
These
drop
little
part.
feet.
Now the question is, when are you going to drop
Second
part 2? He drops the flag.
Oh.
He stands at attention.
Lose the shorts.
No, isn't it a rule in your
my
country where the
favorite
flag must never touch the ground?
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
true. But that's a Scotch flag. So who fucking cares?
Same country where Kinder eggs are illegal, but owning guns? Yeah. They're good.
Yeah, that's right. I wonder why Kinder eggs are illegal in the USA.
I learned
They are
why.
anymore.
I'm gonna go take a bazooka into Subway.
Exactly.
Yeah, hold on. I want
Concealed carry.
you can make fun of our country for a lot of things, but I do want you to know that Kinder eggs are here now. They're just called Kinder Surprise, and they're completely hollow. And the
See,
There's no toy?
wait, hold on.
That's
Hold
the
on.
thing.
The toy is now in its own like ball, so you can't eat the toy. Does that make sense?
Oh my
I want
god.
to eat
Look,
the
it's like
goddamn toy.
toys.
I want to eat the toy.
You know
there's
that's
25
always
cents-
been the case. Everything
What?
you mentioned about it is has been the case for Kinder Surprise for many years. They were banned from your country for a long time because something in the American mind buys them to open up that plastic shell and be like, "Oh, look, I could build this little toy dog, or I could stick like 5 pieces in my mouth and suffocate to death."
No, it's not an American thing for kids to be fucking idiots. All kids are idiots.
yeah. Well,
I thought the whole thing was not even that they opened up the egg inside the egg and put the toys in. I thought they just shoved the whole like, you know?
Yeah.
Probably.
I thought the reason
Sure, there were
why
some-
Kinder eggs were illegal in the States was because of like the whole yellow plastic capsule that the toys actually come in.
Yeah.
Wear a helmet to play sport. They're fucking special, dude. Just they
I
need to be like.
I like to take all the parts
Americans are
out. I like to take all the parts out and put the whole thing together inside my mouth. And then spit out.
Yeah.
Spit out
Kind of like
toy.
tying a cherry stem in your mouth with
Yeah.
your
Yeah, I
tongue.
can do
impress.
that. Hell yeah, I can do that.
If you want to impress
Yeah,
your
but can you
date-
do it with a Kinder Surprise?
Let's find out.
would be-
Sorry, Garrett. Go ahead.
Pigs or get the fuck out.
If you want to impress your date, you sit across from them at the grocery store and reassemble the whole Kinder Surprise inside your mouth.
Okay, but why are you going on a date in a grocery store?
Oh, that's where they sell the Kinder Surprise, Ruby.
Yeah.
So wait, you're going on a date to get Kinder Surprise?
Yeah.
I've been on a date that I wasn't exactly interested in, so I started
You've been
just
on
doing my
one.
daily routine.
Yep.
And
Noted.
Two birds with one stone.
I was like, this isn't going too well. We had like slept with each other the night before, and then I was like, fuck, I wanted to leave. And I was like, I'm gonna go do my groceries. She's like, alright, she came with me, like, just watch me do groceries. Went to the comic shop and like just kind of wandered around, going about my day, pretending she didn't exist, but like
That's hard.
was very much on the periphery. Wasn't stoked about the grocery shopping, and I bought a ton of toilet paper, like, fucking an obscene amount.
You
Power
could
move,
literally
like-
just okay.
And be like, hey, guess what? I like to shit, and then she knows what's up.
Well,
That's
it's just
Kinder Chronicles.
I've had some real interesting ones. Mostly last year when I was in full swing of degeneracy.
Any stories you can tell us, my brother? I want to hear fisherman's tales as well.
Yeah, the seaman.
Human tails. Oh well, that's all. That's all mostly catching fish and like kissing them, letting them go. It's a very simple activity. There's not much that you do get to meet fellow fishermen who just kind of mill about, and they're all kind of the same. They all like making jokes about, haha, the wife hates this. It's like, yep, yes she does. And
My lad.
No, when it comes to Tinder dates, I mean, I've had a few absolutely awful ones, and I've had a few great ones. Like, I guess one of the worst ones was when I rocked up, and it was like a 38-degree day, and I was about half an hour late, so I started running there. Then I got there drenched in sweat. Then I was like, "Fuck, this isn't going too well." They're not stoked, and usually I'd pay for like lunch or something. And must have just seemed like the biggest shithead, but I knew I had already tanked it and nothing was going to come of it. So I was like, "Hey, do you want to split the bill?" And just made myself be like the biggest like. Actually, none of these are faults of any of the people I went on dates with.
Yeah, that's kind of what it sounds like.
Yeah, exactly. There's not like
literally you're being like, "This is my Tinder horror story." Also, I'm the horror in this story.
I was pretty much late, and then I didn't like her.
And then I stunk.
Then there was one to like a rock, like there was an archaeology museum one where I found it really interesting, and they were really bored. But I insist we stay at the archaeology museum for like an additional 2 hours.
Dude.
I know, but that's the thing. I am horrible today. I'm a boring person today. Oh, actually, when you become my girlfriend, and not if, and you become my.
How do I become your girlfriend, Zach?
Oh, you hang out with me for a while and just annoy me and just not do everything I say. In fact, I'd be
long trip down to Australia.
Just
in order
don't
to become
just pretend it's okay when he cries after sex, and make sure you let him talk about Star Wars whenever he wants.
Yeah. Ruby?
I was just gonna say that in order to become Zach's girlfriend for a few months, you have to be Zach's not girlfriend. And that's how you're referred to for a while.
Oh, that hurts.
Years, I'm gonna say that's pretty much what I've been. So yeah, I'm getting there.
What Ruby refers to is I had a string of women who was where I essentially was like, I can't make up my mind yet. It's been very soon since I broke up with my last girlfriend. I'm gonna see what there is. And so I had. Rather than having one girlfriend, I had a princely sum of 3 to 4 not girlfriends, who I introduce as my not girlfriend. People say, "Oh, is this your girlfriend?" I'm like, "No, this is my not girlfriend." It's just, I try and think of a way to make this funny, but more than anything else, it's just really just tragic.
Just turn it into a harem anime.
Well, that's the thing. I wish
Zach's harem.
Yeah, Zach, kiss, fall in love.
He's fallen in love.
Somebody out there, make a quick dating simulator where you are Zach dating all of these not girlfriends. Also, one of them is a fish.
How many of them?
You have to find out. Wait, and you have to find out which one is a fish using your new fisherman abilities. Because if you accidentally take the fish, they don't let you fish anymore.
Zach's just talking shit. Zach just went down to the local aviary zoo. We know where this is.
Still into the birds.
And he was like, "Oh, there's a whole lot of fit birds here."
Zach, what do you think about you as a dating sim, also fish mystery game?
Love it.
Did you fucking
think it's fantastic?
I mean, I reckon we're gonna make a game about Zach and his dating experience. We might as well use the code for Yandere Dev, because that game will never get finished. Unity for like 6 years.
No, Yandere is never going to get finished.
That would be such an interesting game, a dating sim where you play Zach.
There's a lot of money going into. Oh yeah, especially like the South America expansion. That would just be fucking insane.
What?
Oh, Martin, the last episode. I'll tell you what. One that lives down in infamy. It's probably the best episode of Gaming Cult Podcast, I reckon. So it's up there. It's up there.
Basically, Martin, I went to South America, and you're gonna have to listen because it's just.
That was a fucking experience of a podcast.
It's so good.
So fucking good.
Basically, put me in an environment in which I know absolutely no one and can't be held accountable for my actions, including by local law enforcement, and just let your imagination run wild.
How about this? Let's ask you this question, Zach, as a way to kind of gauge where you are right now. With everything that's going on, what do you like more, fishing on your new boat or South American cocaine?
Oh God, that's
That's a hard one.
question.
Huh?
No, it's a hard question.
That's a really hard one because South American cocaine, I could buy like 50 grams to prove a point, and then like just not sleep for 7 days. And in that time, I could get a lot of fishing done. If I had to do one for the rest of my life, I'd probably pick South.
Wow.
The choice. You know, there's that saying, you know, teach a man to snort cocaine, he's happy for a day. Teach a man to fish, he's happy buying cocaine the rest of his life.
With the money from the fish themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think in this case, for like Zach, in general, South America, your adventures. Any of you guys seen Narcos?
I have the platinum in the Narcos video game.
Yeah. So Pablo Escobar asks a very, very famous question to people, right? Plata o plomo?
That's for the game.
So in Zach's case, it would be pesca o cocaína. Fishing or cocaine?
That's what we're gonna call the dating sim game that we make for Zach.
Fishing or cocaine.
It's gonna have ayahuasca.
But in Spanish. Oh, ayahuasca. Ooh,
Yeah.
It's
Zach went there.
It was that.
That's
Then Mark immediately drove a 4-wheel drive under the influence of ayahuasca, which was fucking sick.
To deliver
someone in
somebody
the car was.
with altitude sickness to a medical center 4 hours away. Holy shit. I'm just going to remind everybody listening that this is a comedy podcast.
I thought it was a video game podcast.
Oh, video games?
Wait, what? Video games? Or... No.
This is a live stream.
I've gone the wrong podcast then. Ugh.
Well,
you guys play video games?
Sometimes. You know what? I have been lately.
I've seen you play a lot of games.
Whoa. Okay, back up. All of you play video games. Is that it?
I'm just saying I have lately. Yeah. Garrett plays it once or twice. He puts the dick in the system. He says, I like it.
Oh, what now?
I've been streaming. I put a disc in the system, he said, Ryan.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
that's what I said.
Sorry.
System.
That's why I heard someone else.
Jake, you've been streaming quite a bit.
I have. I've gotten. I'm now a Twitch streamer.
I've thrown my hat in this ring as well. I am now also a Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
Where can those listeners see the stream?
Viewers.
The viewers, my friend. And you know what? They are actually viewing. They're viewing for the first time. It's weird. Twitch.tv/JakeGC is the Gaming Cult Twitch channel. I am now a full-time Twitch streamer, viewers. Come give us a follow. You can subscribe. We're a full Twitch affiliate now as well. Shouts out.
Congratulations.
Thank you
Shouts
very
out.
much. You can come check the schedule. I stream 5 days a week, usually from anywhere between 4 and 8 hours. Ooh, excuse me, usually. And yeah, been playing all kinds of stuff. I know, I was kind of trying to, I was like withholding a burp there. It was interesting.
Happens.
It does.
Let it out. That's what gamers let it out on the stream.
They do.
Gamers let it out.
They just let it all hang out.
Calling me a gamer.
But they don't.
I was going to say.
They don't break terms of service.
No.
You can show the top of
Gamers.
You would by calling me a gamer. Exactly.
I would never
No
do
gamer
such a
can
thing.
read.
No video games here.
They need to fucking. If gamers think they can read, they need to pick up a fucking Bible, alright, and read the good book.
Yeah. Or not read at all.
Read the Minecraft Bible.
Oh, you guys want to see the stickers on my boat?
I sure do.
Yes. I want to quickly say follow me on Twitch also.
That's right. Twitch.tv/dr
Or Ryan.
Ryan.
I have mad respect for you, Jake. You are streaming 5 days a week, 4 to 6 hours. I stream 1 day a week, 2 hours, Monday, 6 to 8 p.m. on Pacific time, and I end exactly at 8. We don't go over.
Hell yeah.
Old stands.
So Zach, your boat says rock out with your rooster out.
No, it's a picture of a rooster. Let's get that right. It does mean penis, though, right?
That's why it says.
As in,
And you're telling me this is on the boat called Rooster, which is also a Johnson boat.
Jesus
Wait, this
Christ.
is already on the boat. I thought you
on
were
the
getting
boat.
this before the boat? Okay.
No,
it's
it's
a
on the
Johnson
boat.
boat.
This is
Rock
on the
out.
Cock Johnson.
Named the
Rock out with
rooster.
your cock out. We were making
Zach,
jokes.
Zach,
We were making jokes.
Zach, you need
My
to
mission-
put the fucking
Is going fishing is another sticker on this boat.
Zach, you need to put a fucking blue light all over that boat. There is probably cum all over that boat.
Dude, you just spent $4,000 on a cum boat.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
The cum cruiser.
Cum cruiser.
Happens at the,
You got yourself a little dick dinghy over here.
Yeah, you got a jizz
I'm
Jake.
gonna be butt naked on my open top boat. Just
You gotta-
fish in Sydney Harbour, screaming in an enclosed harbour, going, "What happens on the sea stays on the sea." Having as much sex as I like, openly in public. Who's gonna stop me?
Are you gonna start smuggling semen to New Zealand?
Are you gonna take that and go diving, make yourself a pearl necklace?
You gonna go visit the town of my butt with your semen?
The town is actually my island in Animal Crossing is actually called Angler. Thank you very much.
Keep your DS away.
Because
from
that's what Angler Island. Because we all like to go fishing.
Keep your DS away from Zach. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Zach, whoever sold you this boat has fucked on it several times. You realize
Yeah.
that, right?
Without a doubt.
There has
You gotta
been so much cream blasted on that boat.
To be honest, Ryan,
Yeah.
every single vehicle I have owned, I've christened.
I was gonna say, this is how you're gonna have that kid, because you're gonna get on that boat and like just the jism vibes coming from past experiences. You're gonna knock someone up on that boat.
Yeah, the cum of Christmas past.
Yeah.
Every vehicle I own is just it's a sex machine.
The fumes of previous loads are already on that boat.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, look, there's like two ways that this boat is going to be. Either this guy has fucked a lot on this boat, or this
No,
man
it's
was
not
fucking
fucking.
that boat.
I'm surprised. I'll be surprised if the motor still works.
I didn't think about that. What if he was fucking the boat? It's like those people who want to fuck cars.
It's
You know those guys that
Like
lube up-
objectum sexuality.
Autosexuals.
Yeah,
Or
they're all about like taking the exhaust pipe and lubing it up and fucking it. So like, where would you fuck a boat though? They don't have an exhaust pipe.
Well, it depends. So if you put rod holders on your
Outboard
boat,
motor.
which I'm gonna do the rod holders.
What?
It's
Okay.
like
Put your rod in the rod.
a rod holder. Exactly. A
Hold
rod
your
holder.
rod.
Is, oh wait, my boat has rod holders, so I can.
Yeah, it's already got him, which makes it
How
all
many-
the more obvious.
How many rod holders are on your boat?
I think I've got 2 rod holders
Oh.
at the moment, but you can get up.
So you
you
can
can get up
invite
to
a
like
friend.
8 rod holders.
Oh, you can invite
Yeah,
a bunch
absolutely.
of friends. Have some fun time out there on the
I mean, it is.
out on the
Totally
water.
straight because all naval vessels are women.
That is true. You guys can wear crystals and you can charge them up together out in the ocean. Just some thoughts.
I mean, its name is Rooster though.
Yeah, she's into astrology.
Her
and
name is Rooster.
all that other bullshit.
A year of the rooster.
She likes to shit post it. She likes to complain about me on Twitter. Like, just pretty much everything that I want in a girlfriend.
Are you gonna rename the boat or are you gonna keep it Rooster?
I'll probably rename it. Like I have to get a name in mind. There's a lot
Let's all go
to do.
around and give. Let's all
What do
go
you guys
around and
reckon I
give
should
Jack
name my boat?
one idea for what he should name the boat.
Yep.
Ruby, you start.
Agreed.
No, I don't want to start. Someone else start.
Okay, Martin, you start.
No, Ryan, you start.
No, I don't want to.
You're at the top of the list. You
Jake,
start.
you start.
You should call it Hollywood Superstar,
Ooh, that's a good one. SS
Like
Hollywood
that.
Superstar.
or just
Get around that.
what I called my Animal Crossing town, Shenmue 3.
Oh, okay.
Look, I inspected a boat that was called Shenron. It was owned by
After the dragon.
After the Dragon.
Wow.
And it was owned by. I remember her name. Oh, that's right. Her name was Shay Lee. SHAYLEE.
So not
And
Sheila.
she was. No, Shayla. It's a very very working class Australiana name, and it was owned by some very working class Australiana people. Which is why I'm wondering why the fuck would they own a boat called Shenron unless one was really into Dragon Ball Z, or maybe they bought it from someone and just didn't understand it meant and was like, Shamron, that's a pretty cool name. Meanwhile, like, you know, there's these fucking 58-year-old boomers who are taken to the water just looking like the biggest fucking weebs in Sydney.
But no, I think Hollywood Superstar is a good name for a boat. Without
I think
This is a good.
what does everyone else think?
I think you should name your boat. I think you should name your boat Shrek X Shadow. That's all I'm saying. Let's take it back to where it is.
Okay.
And let's immortalize it forever.
It's a crossover for kings, and I'm feeling it, but it does.
Hold on. Can I take that back? I want to take that back. Let's go. Let's continue with the cum phase that we're going through with this boat.
Okay.
And just name your boat. I feel like it needs to have something from like the past of this podcast. Just name your boat The Face.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
you see, that sits with me. It sits with.
The face.
People ask, like, what did you name your boat after? Oh, it's called. She's called this beautiful vessel here. She's called The Face. What would you call her that? It's like, wouldn't understand.
That's pretty fucking good.
Think about it.
I like that.
What do you reckon? What do you reckon, Garrett? You got an idea for the boat?
I mean, I was always partial to in The Sopranos him naming the boat Stugatz and then Stugatz 2.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's good.
that I really like. Do like The
Mate,
Sopranos.
you speak Italian, right, Zach?
Funnily enough, I'm not Italian at all, but by virtue of having my best friend for pretty much my entire life, who I'd be riding this boat with a lot, virtue of having him around, he's Italian and his parents were born there. I picked up a lot of Italian and know how to cuss him out like his mother in Italian. It rocks.
Call it Stugatz 3.
He's definitely a guy that needs it as well.
Absolutely.
Got to keep that boy in check. You also live in Little Italy as well, pretty much.
Yeah. I live in the area of Sydney that is. Go on, Martin.
Aspetta, parli italiano?
You keep cutting out.
Aspetta, parli italiano?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
A little bit.
Take your
100%.
word for it.
Aspetta, parli italiano?
Zach's like, you're cutting out. I can't hear you.
It's not a hard,
No.
not a hard one at all, Zach.
Yeah. Oh, is it? Do I speak Italian? See.
Fucking oath, mate. You sound like you're from the old country.
See. Fucking see.
Fucking see,
I fucking
cunt.
see, mate.
See.
Fucking shut up your face, mate. What do you think of that?
Fucking
Right, well, Martin, I say to you, pulisci la tua camera, idiota.
Porco
Ooh, he
Dio,
said
etc. Yeah.
I have
Clean your
a
room,
boat,
idiot, in Italian.
boat name idea.
Breaking
What's the
news.
boat gonna be named?
Break.
So it took a lot of thinking. I ran through a few ones, but I think I'm pretty happy with this one. So it's a 3-parter. It's called the Murky Minge Machine.
Nice.
That rocks. I like that a lot.
It's gonna be like those fucking horrible camper vans that you see going on.
The murky minge machine.
Murky Minge.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say my not girlfriend, which is also a fantastic name for it.
I was thinking PP Cruiser.
Great. Also good.
It is yellow.
Yeah, a banana boat seems like an obvious one. See, I didn't want to.
You should call it.
You're in trouble. Fantastic.
Thank you.
You should call it Baby Boom Boom.
Baby metadata.
What about just like the piss machine?
I was gonna like do a big solid for my boy Jeffrey Epstein and call it the Lolita
Oh,
Express.
The
But then,
guy.
My boy.
I gotta go.
My boy.
Boy.
That one.
That
Let's take
boy.
that off record.
The boy.
no, that stays on air.
My boy. I
I
did not kill myself.
Yeah, Mr.
Oh.
I did not kill myself himself.
Let's get away from that topic. How about you call
Yeah,
your boat I
please.
Fuck Fish?
Yo, what if you called your boat I fuck fish? That'd be a good idea.
Or
Or just-
I Fuck This Boat.
Or just cum rocket because yeah.
I do like the idea.
Yeah.
I think having a boat named I fuck boat.
Wrong.
It's right to the point. What's the name of your boat? I fucked this boat. Oh, tight. Got it. Cool. Thanks.
Oh,
I don't even
no,
know
that's-
what I'm
Just look at the fucking yellow parts of the boat, right? That has not only become yellow because of the sun, right?
That's
because
piss.
it's all made out of
Is it
bronchitis.
piss or is it dried out cum? Because it's like the same color.
The cum rocket.
Piss or cum?
Or
Take a choice.
maybe another boat name, Chicken Little.
Ooh. Hail the seven seas, looking.
Really?
Hail for seven seas, looking for cocks and calm.
Yeah, Chicken Little.
We're getting pretty close to a Ram Ranch.
What?
Ram Ranch.
You guys don't know about the Ram Ranch? Is that it?
No.
Nope.
Please
What?
enlighten me.
YouTube Ram Ranch.
Cool. I love getting homework. Thanks.
No, like,
I just googled it. The lyrics are fucking sensational. 18 naked cowboys in the showers at the Ram Ranch. Each hard
wait.
throbbing cocks wanting to be sucked. 18 naked cowboys waiting to be fucked. Cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch. Their knees wanting to suck cowboy cocks. Ram Ranch really rocks.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shouts
Yeah,
out.
that's an
Martin, we haven't gotten to the part yet where we all
instrumental.
talk about music, but this is what Martin is saying right now. Everyone is listening to his Ram Ranch.
Good beat.
I'm gonna get around that. You know what, Martin? That's very fitting. Because every time I go fishing, I usually wear my Akubra hat, which is kind of like non-inundated. An Akubra hat. Akubra is a brand in Australia, and much like R.M. Williams, they make country wear. So they make it's basically like our Western wear. So they make really, really, really nice hats. Like an Akubra hat will set you back anywhere between like $180 to like $400.
Cooper is very
They're
good.
absolute quality. They are a lovely quality.
Getting into the
Zach is the man from Snowy River. Well, currently he is.
Well, I'm there right now.
Yeah.
Can't wait to fucking. Well, the thing is, Australia has a massive Brumby problem, and I'm the man to solve it.
Yeah, go tame him, man.
Oh
No, I'm not taming him.
The wild horses.
no!
Look, Zach,
the Brumbies need
Look,
to
just listen here, alright? That's the way it's gonna be, little darling.
be riding on the horses.
Yeah. Way up in the
You
sky,
don't know
little
the
darling. And if you fall,
A Brum.
I'll pick you up. I'll pick you up.
Pick you up.
For your information, Garrett, like a Brumby is like it's a wild horse.
Ah, okay.
Brumby.
It's not sure. Is it? I'm not sure whether it's an Australian term or
It's an
whether
Australian
it's old
breed.
British. Yeah, it's.
I would have called him Chazwazzers.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a. We have weird names for shit, but yeah,
Oh, that got me so bad.
Brumbies are considered to be a pest in Australia.
You can go to the You can go to Macca's and just walk out and then just start shooting wild horses, and they're fine. It's all good over here.
Yeah, the horses
thank
love
you.
it actually.
It's all the horses. They love a bit of it. They get around it.
It's a pest
They go
here.
fucking mental for it.
Give me that fucking butt shot.
They fucking love. They fucking love when I shoot my 22 in
You
their
want
face.
it?
It's
You're
their
dying
favorite.
for it.
Oh yeah, you like that? I scream as I put
No,
as I put a
shut
bullet into 3.
Hey, she was nagging me for it. Nagging.
Oh,
She was nagging me for it. She was dying for it.
I just went out. I went out in my backyard just this morning and shot a horse point blank in its fucking face.
Nice. I like the way this podcast is going.
Anyway, huh?
Then I went and made myself a double espresso, and now we're recording this podcast. I've still got to deal with the body.
Do what the English do. Eat it. I'm a firm believer
Dutch.
in if you have to kill an animal. I'm not one for killing animals. I don't like it. I don't like cruelty to animals. But if you are going to kill it, use it to its full potential, and you have to respect it. And by that I mean you have to do one of two things. Like you can either fuck it or you can eat it. And it's like
God. Jesus Christ.
do both.
Or you could do both. But
You can fucking eat it at the same time because you start at one end and you start at the other, and then you work towards the middle. I'm not gonna say which.
No. I had horse sushi.
Really? How was that?
You have that?
Yeah, I spent 5 weeks in Japan back in February, March.
What was it called?
And
Matsushi,
I
or-
was in Fukuoka, and I had horse nigiri. I had raw horse, and it was
Nice.
good as fuck.
I need to check this shit out.
I had raw horse. I walked into this place thinking it would be a regular sushi joint, and they were like, "Oh, cool! There's meat on the menu. Hell yeah!" They brought out like a really nice beef nigiri. I'm like, "Oh yeah, this is great." And then they keep bringing out stuff, and I find out the rest of it is all raw horse. And I'm like, "Well, I'm never gonna get this opportunity again to eat horse nigiri." And it's some of the best shit I've ever had. I wouldn't eat it every day, but it was good as fuck.
Hey, what do you get when you cross horse nigiri and royalty?
What?
Raw
Call it
king
sushi,
horse.
please.
Cool. You want to try that one again where you don't talk over her?
Can we take that again? It's 7. Count down from 7, please. 7, 6, 5, 4. I did say 7 when I started, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not allowed.
6, 5,
What do you get?
4, 3. Just give me a second, Ruby. 2,
Okay.
1.
What do you get when you cross horse nigiri with royalty?
What?
Right.
Raw king horse.
That's a good one. What's the weirdest animal everyone's eaten?
Alligator?
I've eaten crocodile.
Yeah,
I've
crocodile.
I've had crocodile, I've had emu, I've had raw horse.
Rattlesnake? Have you guys eaten rattlesnake before?
Oh, that sounds like an
No,
interesting one.
I take that back. I take mine back.
Ate kangaroo once.
Mm-hmm.
Kangaroo is a very common meat here.
Well, not over here.
Yeah, it is.
Have any of you ever tried surströmming or
I knew that's what you
rotten
were
herring?
No.
I want to
No.
try surströmming.
Actually, I've got you all
Yeah.
beat. I forgot one.
Surströmming. Oh, that's the rotting fish, isn't it?
Yeah.
I had that. It's so bad. It burned me. The acidity of it was.
Oh yeah, Kevin brought it on
Like-
the Christmas cast, didn't he?
Oh yeah. All the room up.
Something I want to know
What was the taste like?
is
It was out of a tin as well. It was tin surströmming.
is it yummy?
It wasn't even
Try
fresh.
eating it without washing the lye off of it, so it just tasted like poison.
was canned surströmming, and it smelled god awful, and it was so acidic it made your tongue and lips tingle. Like the taste was definitely like terribly fishy. but it,
Vinegary?
like
They pack those things in basically in lye, and you have to wash it off. So you were just
You
were
didn't wash it
eating
off.
the thing from fucking Fight Club that he pours on the back of his hand and burns it all.
he did a bunch of extensive research on it before, because we had to make sure we weren't gonna poison
didn't
like a
talk
bunch of
to
our
the Swede,
friends
apparently.
that came over. It was ready to eat right out the can. There was a lot of debate when we were doing it that we were washing it off in some way, but no, it was handled properly. I think it just has that like acidic. I don't know. Do you eat that regularly, Martin?
Well, it's a tradition to eat it at like midsummer here. I've had it 4 or 5 times. I think. Now, it is
You
washed
enjoy it?
properly and everything, and the taste itself is a bit salty. Did I enjoy it?
Yeah.
It's all right. I've had a lot worse. I've had a lot better. It smells like, I mean, most people will start puking just from the stench alone.
Wow.
Yeah,
I wanna
that was
try
our
it.
experience with it. As soon as the can was opened, it was like terrible.
I've had rollmops from Holland. I love rollmops.
I think
Which is herring pickled with onion and pickles, and it's
Sounds nice.
really, really good. It's
I feel like I've told this story. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
pickled herring. It's good as hell. Like, yeah.
I make an offhanded comment, but it was like on the Wikipedia page for surströmming. Favorite thing is that in order to demonstrate the dish, mind you, this is rotting fish. This person's serving picture includes a tall glass of cold milk, which is, I can't imagine a worse combination.
Nice.
I mean,
I was gonna say, when it comes to the kind of the discussion of what's the weirdest meat you've ever eaten, this is cheating. I feel like I've told you guys this story before of how in med school, when I was doing my dissection lab, I accidentally got human flesh in my mouth and swallowed it.
Bullshit.
Oh, the tape.
I told you guys that story, right?
Elaborate. How did you accidentally get that? In your
So we were working on chest cavities. I was down there, and I was like looking at the ribs and the inside of thoracic, and my friend, who was one of my lab partners, accidentally threw down he dropped his tools into the chest cavity, which had some like flesh and liquids in it, and it splashed while my mouth was open, and so it went into my mouth, and I swallowed a little bit. I immediately ran outside and started puking because it was formaldehyde and dead people flesh, and yeah, it was a bad fucking day. So I don't know if that counts.
Surströmming is what I imagine formaldehyde tastes like.
Probably.
How can any of us beat that? You ate a fucking corpse.
Not on purpose.
I think
I mean, I didn't digest it. It went down, and I immediately threw it all back up.
Wow.
Particulates went in.
Yes.
I had fugu in Osaka.
Fugu.
Fugu is tiger blowfish.
Yes,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's the fish that you have to. Let's see if I get this right. You have to undergo training for 3 years. You have to have a certificate that you are allowed to prepare that dish.
Absolutely.
Because if you undercook it by 1 second, that fish will kill you.
Oh no, I had fugu sashimi. I had it raw.
Yeah,
It's a certain part of it, a very small part of this big blowfish that you can eat, and the rest of it will kill you instantly. It's extremely poisonous. So you can eat basically a very small part of the flesh, some of the skin, and one other gelatinous part. And I had all three.
Right.
The premium from the place in Dotonbori, or Sotenbori as it's called in the Yakuza games. It's the place that has the giant blowfish in the game. I ate there. I went to that place and I ate there. And it was great. You have it with it's quite sort of not tough, but it's got its own kind of tough-ish kind of texture to it. And you dip it in a citrus ponzu kind of sauce. And I survived. I got a key ring, and it was good.
I think for context for the viewers, we should mention that fugu is like a Japanese blowfish, essentially. That is very poisonous.
Yeah, don't eat it outside of Japan.
No, unless you're looking to take a long walk up a short pier.
Exactly.
Oh, no,
Well, the thing was, they had two sashimi plates. One, which was just fugu, and then another one which was premium wild fugu. And I'm like, who would not buy the more premium option here? If you're playing with your life, if it could potentially be the last meal you're ever gonna have in your life, why would you cheap out by $10 to get the budget version? But it was great.
Give me
Spend money to make money, baby.
savings or give me savings or give me death.
It was great. So I had fugu, I had horse sushi, I ate amazingly for 5 weeks straight. I had the best food of my life continuously. Big shouts out to Kuroki-san for giving me lots of great recommendations as I traveled around Japan. I went to Osaka, I went to Matsusaka, where I had some of the best beef in the world. I went to Nagoya, where I had red miso on like deep fried oysters. It was oyster season as well, so I went to Nara and hung out with some deer. I went and also found the best fucking arcade of my life in Nara. It was incredible. Like, it had so many cave shooter games. It had Donkey Kong, I think it was called Crazy Kong or something. This weird Donkey Kong this weird like Donkey Kong ROM hack from the early 80s. With sampled sound effects and voices and all kinds of things. And it's all green and like, yeah, look up Crazy Kong. It's weird. It was the best arcade I've ever been to in my life. I went there a few times. I went to Kobe and had Kobe beef. I went to Osaka a couple of times.
Kobe Niku.
Yep, it was
the
great.
Actual really, really expensive one.
Yep. I had it properly done in the old steakhouse style. I had Matsusaka beef sukiyaki style, which was amazing in Matsusaka. I went to Hiroshima, which had some amazing food. Hiroshima style okonomiyaki, which is traditionally an Osakan thing, along with takoyaki, which I had some of and it was amazing too. But Hiroshima style okonomiyaki has soba noodles baked into it, and it was also oyster season there, so I had oyster Hiroshima okonomiyaki. It was one of the best things I've ever eaten in my whole life. I went to Fukuoka. I went to Kagoshima for a day trip just to go have kurobuta, black pork, and that was the best tonkatsu I've ever had in my life. It was massive, 300 grams from a tonkatsu master. Fucking amazing. Then I flew to the island of Okinawa, and the little island south of Japan in the Pacific Ocean. So I went from like 2 degrees Celsius to about 28 because it's like tropical, you know. So that was a nice change. And Okinawan culture is very different. It's like a mixture of traditional, like native First People Okinawans, Japanese, and the American military as well. It's a very interesting place with a Pacific kind of feel to it. I played gigs all over while I was doing this as well, sort of low-key, unofficial gigs. Played 2 shows in Okinawa. I played 2 shows in Osaka. I played in the video game bar there, and I played in Okinawa as well. Toured with DJ Fultono. That was really great. And I went to Tokyo as well. I played in Tokyo after I flew back to Osaka, then went to Kyoto, where I hung out with Nyompik, shouts out, Eisuke-san. I met a lot of friends all along the way. Crazy Kenny in Hiroshima. And then I went to Tokyo from Kyoto. And yeah, I stayed in Kabukicho. I stayed in the Toho building, the Godzilla Hotel, where in Yakuza it would be the Millennium Tower they fight at the end.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Or Kamurocho, I guess they call it. But yeah, I stayed there for like a whole week. It was a pretty crazy place to spend a week in. Yeah, it was amazing 5 weeks. And then
now I have a question.
I came to Sydney and lockdown happened, and I'm still here a few months later. I'm happy for it because I get to spend time with family. I've got 2 new nieces, well, a new niece, and yeah, just in Uncle Jake mode, basically. It's great.
I gotta
Zach, my brother, do you have anything to say as the viewers before you go?
Absolutely.
Have you been playing anything? You've been living that life? You've been living that gamer life?
We were playing. Well, I've been playing mainly Animal Crossing, to be honest. Like, I think once again, like, the Switch has just been a savior for me playing video games because, you know, it's just, you can turn it on, you can turn it off, and you can really play whenever you like. Outside of Animal Crossing and FIFA and Fire Emblem houses, which I'm never going to stop playing until they release new Fire Emblem, of course. And I went back and replayed Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Did that in like a week, and it's just, if COVID has done one thing, at least I'm playing like some all-time classics, real classics. As for listening, As I depart, I will give a album recommendation.
Please.
I'm going to a preemptive. Well, I've been listening to a lot of Italo disco and stuff. There's a album about there's a compilation album Napoli, which is pretty good. I can't remember what it's called right now, but I think it's just called like Napoli or Napoli Siesta or something, but it might be either way. There's an artist on there called Donatella Vigiano who I'm really into, and then outside of that, I recommend listening to OV Right, because Let's Straighten It Out is a fucking track, and if anyone likes soul and funk, that's definitely a path to go down. And then with the viewers, I'll leave one final thing, and that's find a hobby that completes you and makes you feel accomplished, because it's something that I've done in the last 6 months, really rounded out, and I've got a whole new life for myself, got new friends, I've got a lot. And just a reminder, video games are not a hobby, they're a child's plaything, and there is no tangible improvement at anything. The only improvements that you see are on a screen that then can be taken away from you nearly immediately.
Much like you would take a rattle away from a newborn.
Exactly. So if I can give you one piece of advice, halve your video game time. Halve it down from, I don't know, if you're playing 4 or 5 hours a day, 2 hours, and just fucking do something else. You could still be a fucking child and play video games, but at least you've got something to show for it in those 2 hours that you were just not playing video games.
Live by Sir Billy's example. Learn how to fly a plane or something.
Exactly.
Zach, my brother,
right,
love you so
everyone.
much.
Love you all so much.
Zach.
Bye, Zach.
Bye, Zach.
Enjoy your combo.
Don't worry, it won't be 2 years this time, because we're fucking.
The boat you have.
Oh, yeah, I've got to clean up the poop deck from all the cum. I will.
He's off into the cat.
I'll see you soon, because we're back. Bye.
We're fucking back, baby.
Babe, say no. Babe, say butt.
Wait. Back.
Jake,
Baby.
Get.
Be back, baby.
While you're
Back, baby. Back.
did you eat these fucking boy piss eggs that Ruby's talking about?
Ruby's posted this in the chat, and I'm not talking about that shit. Ruby, you laid the egg. You fucking. I don't know.
I wouldn't say I laid the egg.
You did.
But so I actually was notified about the existence of this at work the other day. So I've never actually tried it. I've never actually eaten it, but I learned about virgin boy eggs. And virgin boy eggs are a traditional dish, like an old school traditional dish from a very specific part of China, which is Dongyang. Is it Zhejiang? I think Zhejiang. And so the dish is these eggs are boiled in the urine of young boys, specifically peasant boys under the age of 10.
Oh, they mix all the pee together. It's not like one.
Yeah, so they all pee in like a some kind of
which is
bowl or cauldron, and then the eggs are boiled in the pee. And my coworker said she like read an article about it, and the journalist was like, "So why do you do it?" And they're like, "Oh, it tastes good."
Shuts up.
No, wait, so is an egg boiled in just one boy's piss, or is it like a piss amalgam?
Yeah, you have to. Well, you have to get enough piss to hold a whole bunch of eggs.
The piss of a
That
whole
is
community.
Get all the peasants from the slum get together and they piss cauldron. Then some witch puts eggs in it and they boil it over a campfire.
No, you're not drinking piss. You're eating a boiled egg, which has simply been boiled in peasant piss.
Yeah.
Of young boys under the age of 10.
It's so thin.
I'm reading the Wikipedia page here, and it says that in modern culture now, they go to elementary schools and make all the boys piss in a jar together.
I think it's dope.
All right, tight.
It's something.
I think go off.
This makes me want to comment on life.
Well, I just remember hearing about it, and I'm like, fuck, that's so crazy, but also specific, and I respect it. I do. Because it's just like, yeah, fuck yeah, we do that. And like when you boil it, it's sterile.
It's not. That's a joke.
I mean,
The Uranus sterile thing is not real. That was a fucking.
Yeah, but it's sterile when you boil it.
Well,
I had
Jing style.
I had Luwak coffee in Bali, and it was the best coffee I've ever had in my whole life.
Yeah.
is that the
It's the
monkey
civet.
coffee?
It's the shit coffee, yeah. It's the coffee.
Little
It's the
civets.
most
Yeah.
expensive coffee in the entire world. Yep.
The Luwaks eat the coffee beans and they shit them out, and it basically, I don't know, whatever, gestates them or pickles them or whatever. And it's the best coffee I've ever had.
Also, to improve like the essence and the taste of the bean.
They
Apparently
only
no
they
acidity.
eat exclusively the coffee beans. These coffee beans in Bali
Yeah, pretty much.
and Java.
Wired little fuckers.
No, they're pretty chill actually.
Really? I
Yeah.
think all that coffee make them good gamers. Bouncing off
Shut
the
up.
walls.
That sounds
Yeah.
awful like it, right?
It's the ultimate gamer grub.
What animal is the most gamer?
Human,
Say that again.
Sloth?
human
Sloth.
being.
Ah,
Well,
the human.
no,
being.
excluding humans.
Excluding humans.
Blob,
The sloth is a pretty good
blobfish.
Yeah,
blobfish?
freaking sloth.
one. Sloth's a good one.
I'd say some sort of a monkey with a prehensile tail, because then they can then they got the hands that can have the controller and the feet, and then also use their tail to control the keyboard at the same time. You
Does
couldn't
rats-
beat their APMs.
Is it
Actually,
the
really good at mazes.
Ooh, that's a good point.
is it the marmot that screams the loudest when they sense danger? I'd liken that to a gamer when they see the breast size has been reduced in their favorite character or something like that.
And they scream a gamer word. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Armor.
Gamer word, of
What
course.
would be a
Well,
power word in terms of towards gamers? Nerd? No, that doesn't count.
I'd say specifically Coco the gorilla, simply because it's amazing that Coco the gorilla could do sign language. It's so great. It's like,
yeah.
wow, you're so good at that. But in the end, she'll always just be a gorilla.
We're all just gamers. GG, you guys. Great
Yeah.
games.
Gaming podcast at all.
Shut up.
Episode 60. Garrett, my friend,
Yes, my friends.
you've been living a life in lockdown.
Locking it down here in San Diego.
I was meant to be over there with you fellas right now. I'll tell you what.
Right after your whole Japan trip, I know you were coming stateside. That was the plan.
Yep, I was. I was going to
We're gonna
spend
be in
3 weeks in Sydney and then go to San Diego and make my way around the States for a couple of months, basically, on a holiday. But it was not to be, my friend. At the very last minute, it was
getting-
cancelled.
It's getting crazy.
I'm kind of glad that I'm not in the States right now, to be honest. Nothing personal, Americans, but...
Come on, we're reopening the country.
Yeah, it's about time.
I can go outside right now and go to Outback Steakhouse if I want to.
Get
They
a-
reopened Outback Steakhouse in my town.
Eat in the diner, you can eat in the restaurant.
Don't even use a plate. Just eat off the tables.
Yeah, they just bring steak and they throw it and they say you fucking eat this. Good day, mate. And then they get out.
First responder, wait staff comes and you eat off their hands.
Yep.
They come.
No.
Oh, what? It's like
Can you eat the cum off their hands?
it's
Yeah.
like, it's like,
We're not talking
it's
about
like
Jay-
something else.
Zach's
It's like
boat.
something. It's like something else. How have you been, Garrett?
I've been really nice. I've been feeling positive. I wasn't, luckily really affected by any of the lockdowns and everything. My one job was considered essential. That schedule didn't really change. And then at Mega 64, we took a lot of precautions, and we've been doing everything remotely. So we were already set up as streamers and gamers. We've just kind of doubled our efforts.
It's true.
Doubled our efforts.
Gaming.
We've been thriving.
Gaming.
So I've been having a good time, entertaining the troops, as it were.
Oh wow.
I feel like I'm doing a service to my country.
Garrett, Garrett, let me be the first one to say thank you for your service.
Yes.
Welcome.
I feel like your house would be
gamer-
the most ready for this kind of situation.
That's what all the guys said. They're like, dude, we're coming over. I'm like, no,
No, you're not.
only have enough canned food and water for myself for a month.
Come over and watch the traps come alive.
Yeah, over to my fucked up garage. You'll never leave.
Oh.
No one came.
Oh,
everyone
no.
everyone stayed safe here. No one panicked, luckily, and it was pretty chill in San Diego.
Do the traps come alive, Ryan?
The traps are more alive than they have ever been
Right.
recently.
Do
Thanks
elaborate,
to
please.
Resident Evil Resistance, I've been having
Yeah.
traps come alive all the time.
Oh my goodness.
I saw 10 on my stream, which was just me playing Resident Evil Resistance while wearing a Sith robe and pretending to be Jigsaw and telling people who were calling into my stream how I was going to put them in traps to cut their dicks off. So the traps are alive, baby.
The traps did
The
come alive.
mastermind.
Yes,
I think you were in a trap on my stream once. On that, I think you were there.
I was. Yeah, we're caught in a trap.
Got him.
I can't hold out because
My
I
stream's
love
fucking-
you too much, baby.
My stream's fucking weird.
Why can't you
I
see?
really like
Jimmy
Resident Evil
to me.
Resistance.
Have you been having fun with it?
It looks
I've
like
been
a
having
game.
fun with it, but I find I only enjoy it when I'm playing with other people.
I've been having fun just playing with randoms. I mean, I don't really ever join. I'm a bad gamer when it comes to multiplayer gaming.
I hate
just-
multiplayer gaming. I'm just
I
not good
also
at
hate
it.
multiplayer gaming.
I like playing single player games, but when I do actually enjoy a multiplayer game, I don't like ever put people in for my friends list. I just join random because it's the fastest.
Mm.
Then and then
It's like,
also
yeah,
I have no.
let's get this over with.
Yeah, I'm like also I don't have to like on a
Talk.
headset. Yeah, and get real involved here because I'm finding a couple spare minutes wherever I can.
I have fun with that game playing with friends because then it's more just like the we're in it. Like I played a bunch with Frank and Brian, and it was just the oh fuck we gotta go over here, oh come on, and it was just that whole like it felt like we were all running around being idiots together, and I liked that a lot.
It's cool. Yeah, I would probably have a good time doing that. I just haven't yet. I've just been playing with randoms lately. But I like that game. I hope it gets supported. Every Resident Evil spin-off is terrible. Typically.
What was,
This
what was the
one-
last?
this-
What was the last multiplayer game that came out that you couldn't find?
The Umbrella
It's
Chronicles,
on Unity.
or yeah, it was Umbrella Core, something, right?
Yeah, that's it. I remember that one. You did give that a good red hot go, though. I remember on the stream.
Oh, I've given them all a go, and that one was particularly bad.
Tell you what. You've been DJing a
Tell
lot,
you what.
my friend.
In all the extra streams that we're trying to put out here at Mega 64, I've been on Fridays doing an extra stream aside from the PPS, and I've been doing a lot of DJ sets, throwing them up on my Mixcloud. It's hard though, because rewritten music is like so frowned upon on Twitch and on YouTube and tough out there.
Yeah, it's a little bit
get it
easier
done.
on Twitch these days, but YouTube's still pretty brutal.
We'll say it's gotten a little bit better.
They don't automatically mute 30 minutes of your stream anymore like they used
Yes.
to.
I never thought that would get walked back, but Twitch has actually made their service better by walking that back. Because when they initiated that, it was like, okay,
That sucks.
blocking a half hour.
When it
Now
detected
they've-
anything, just automatically half hour.
gotten a lot better.
Yeah, definitely. I was thinking about that the other day. I'm loving
It's,
Twitch. I'm
it's-
loving Twitch, man. I spend all my time on Twitch now. Like, I'm
Twitch is great.
being a streamer. But yeah, come join us, viewers, on the stream. Speaking of joining us, do you hear a rift in the cat dimension? I can definitely hear cats.
I hear purring.
What's that cat noise?
Use that cat noise.
I mean, they're coming. I can hear them, but it seems very faint.
Guys, you hear that noise?
I hear like a
Sounds
small
like a-
meow.
Like a cat.
It's like a bunch of cats.
Multiple cats. I can hear them.
Stalling for
What is
time.
that?
Yep.
Stalling for time. We're
Cats.
listening to the cats. We're enjoying the cats.
Yeah.
Cats in the cat dimension.
I hear cats.
I thought I could too, Martin. The gestation is complete. My friend, who's there?
Hello, my baby boys and my baby girls. It's Brian.
Oh my god!
Hey!
From sunny
How
San
you doing,
Diego,
everyone?
we have Brian Obashaka. Brian Obashaka, welcome
me.
back to the Gaming Cult podcast.
How you doing?
My friend, I love you so much. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm having a chill night. I'm waiting for 4 corn dogs to cook in the oven. So pretty excited.
Jack was making chili earlier.
Ooh.
Chili dogs.
Hell yeah.
Chili dog.
You know who else likes chili dogs?
Sonic, right?
Sonic.
And our sweet friend Martin is here.
Yeah. Hell yeah. How's it going, Martin?
It's going all right, Brian. How are you?
I'm good. It's been a long time since we've heard
Like
your
5
wonderful
years.
voice. I know. Wow. But it's wonderful to hear it now.
Hell yeah. The gang's all here. Eric wanted to come tonight, but he something came up. But he sends his love to all the viewers far and wide. He blows kisses all over the world.
Wow.
Brian, my
Kiss,
friend.
kiss, fall in love.
There you go. Brian, my friend, how are you? You've been streaming like a mother. We were just talking about all the streams we've been doing lately. We're talking about Gaming Cult. That's Jake GC on Twitch. We're talking about the Poorly Played stream. That's Mega 64 podcast on Twitch. We're talking about Office Hours with Dr. Ryan. That's Dior_Ryan on Twitch.
Yeah.
But there's been a big dog revolution. We talked about this briefly last episode, but the big dogs are taking off, man. You and Frank.
Yeah, I mean,
Audrey.
even since the last episode, yeah. I mean, I don't even remember when it was we recorded the last episode, just because time has felt so long and short at the same time. It's just like constant processing, I guess.
It was,
which I'm fine with.
November 2019 was when we took the last one.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, that was when we had just launched the Discord. Like, really had just gotten that up and off its feet. And I think that was kind of the big catalyst for where we're at now. I mean, we still have kind of like the same number of viewers. Like, oh no, we've jumped up for sure. Like, our average viewers have gone up consistently, but it just feels like it's just become more enriched, and like the Discord allows the big dogs to continue like 24/7. It's such a positive, fun environment that really brings together anybody who wants to be creative and fun and not cynical and genuine. And I think that's one of the things that's made it like so contagious to people. Pardon the pun, but so contagious to people in this like, you know, being at home a lot and looking to online friends more. There's this genuine warmth there that I always wanted in the community, but I didn't know that I had to be the one to build it.
Now, Brian, would you say that, you know, given the current state of affairs and the whole pandemic going on, that the amount of people participating have increased, or?
Oh yeah, significantly. I mean, I'd say there's at least, you know, 40% increase in the number of people who are watching, and just the frequent activity. Our group, our demographic, who we kind of preach to, the people listening now, we are people who tend to work from home anyways. Now we've kind of just been given free reign to set our own schedules and build a life that has a better flow for us. So I think it's really given people this like freedom to feel, again, the ability to be more themselves and be genuine. So yeah, like they can have their stream on at home while they're still getting a bunch of work done, and have it in the second stream. So yeah, I think viewership is up, but it's definitely probably a lot more like passive viewers, people who wouldn't have otherwise known to turn on the new radio system, which is Twitch.
Yeah, a lot of people are moving over. Well, I'm one of them, you know? It's been the last time I was streaming on Twitch, it was like end of 2013, start of 2014, when I was doing the Gaming Cult stream. You know, and Twitch is a very different place, you know, 6-7 years later. I'll tell you what, like I'm actually making this a full-time job for me now, you know, because and thank you everyone for the support so far with Gaming Cult on Twitch. Like, it's really appreciated. I think I can actually make a real good go of this. So I'm really stoked.
Hell yeah!
And it's good to have, you know, it's good to have viewers and big dogs hanging out and you know, talking and socializing and telling me how their day is going, and like it's just a real friendly good place. And I hope more viewers move over to Twitch and come hang out with us as well.
Yeah, It's always happening. It's something that's, but again, I don't think any of us could have expected it to be what it is. But I mean, we're always at it at twitch.tv/Frank Howley and at the Mega 64 podcast with Garrett. Like, I was telling him just this week. I tell him every week. It's like we get to do our own like college radio show. Play whatever we want. It doesn't it's not just music. It's video games. It's everything. It's whatever you want, Garrett. This is your show, and that's why it's so much fun, to be a part of that show.
I like that you still, all these years later, you've kept the same formula to PPS as well. The kind of stern kind of thing, and it's got a very unique feeling to it.
Same time slot too. I think was always important. It was like, we're doing this at Wednesdays at 7. Everyone shows up, and it really does build that community. We get to talk to people like every week in the Discord, because before it was hard to do with Skype, man. But yeah, Discord's come such a long way, as well as the Twitch community.
It's so much better.
Yeah, it's so fun, and it's so cool that we get to just put on our own show, like whatever we want. It's been going like 8 years now, the PPS.
Yeah, pretty much as long as Gaming Cult. You've been doing it like every week, pretty much. It's incredible.
Yeah, I don't miss one unless I absolutely have to. Like I'm out of town at a con or like some emergency, but rarely miss a Wednesday.
Yeah, that's actually one of the things about the PPS that I think a lot of people don't appreciate, because they don't realize how you really it's an every week thing. Like I remember there was one year where I think we only missed like 2, and it was because we were going out of town for something.
Yeah,
like 50 straight PPSs, like or something. And again, like I always describe it to people like it's just part of what we do. But if you think about it, there aren't that many streams, gaming streams, whatever you want to call it, that have been around that long, that many weeks consistently. Like, yeah, they do more streams, but there hasn't been one
2 years, and they go every day.
I mean, Ray, shouts out Brown Man, who helped really push the path for me and Frank to do Big Dogs. He's only been doing Twitch for 5 years. He just celebrated 5 years.
Wow.
So like,
gaming, yeah.
I'm right, and he's one of the to me, he's one of the benchmarks. He's one of the people that who like really showed that this could be, you can make money. Let's not say it's not what it is. Like, you can make money, but it can also be what's fun about doing it. Building the community and having that space where you're like, oh, these people are actually people I like spending time with because we're hanging out. I think that's another thing that like the PPS has brought that not a lot of shows have done, especially not for 8 years.
And I guess also like the whole concept of the consistency in terms of, because if I understood it correctly, it's every Wednesday.
Yeah.
Or about.
Yeah, yeah for about 2 hours. Yeah, every Wednesday.
Yep. So every Wednesday. I mean, that also goes to show that you guys also get some time in order to like prepare and whatnot, in contrast to people that would stream literally every day and not really bring anything new to the table. I think there is a vast difference between them, is what I'm saying.
It's one thing I've noticed, like, since we've been streaming more, that everyone's working from home and we're all split up, having to do kind of double the output, I find myself like, oh man, like what? I need those days off to come up with new ideas and things to keep myself interested. New bits, new stuff. And I actually write a lot throughout the week. I write emails to myself about little ideas and little bits I want to try out. Those come off, I'm so happy that I prepared.
Absolutely. No, it's good to see something with big production values as well. But also, like I was saying before, Twitch has changed so much in the last 5 years. What a lot of Twitch users want as well is long form content, and they want that social, they want that community and that feeling of like being, being in something for anywhere up to 8 hours. It is a lot of the time, and a regular kind of thing. It's the landscape of it has changed very much to where people want you to be doing it full time. That's something I had a look at while I've been, really studying Twitch and getting amongst it. I don't spend any more time on other social networks anymore. I'm finding I'm spending all my time on Twitch and Discord. Like that's it. Like I just prefer it a lot more as an online platform. And yeah, it's been mutating. It's been mutating.
Especially with Discord. The main reason we're almost even able to do this again is because Discord makes it so simple.
Yes.
So simple to do this show now. Trying to get Skype, and all of us don't have the right version, and calling and picking up and
Skype
answering.
Is completely broken now.
Yeah. But like the fact that Discord has the ability to be a living, breathing message board, a video chat that you can use now. It has the video feature where you can actually do up to I think 25 people in one video room, so you don't have to just do calls anymore. So your on-air channels have that ability. Again, all the things that you can do with it really give the community the tools they need to hang out and have a place to feel safe. And I think that's something that we all need. We always did that. We had
some cat's got a circular saw. I think they're doing some kind of construction in the cat dimension here. Put that thing down. You're gonna hurt yourself, cat. Sorry.
No, but I totally get what you mean, Brian. Especially during these times, as of the last 3 months, give or take. I think it's even more important that people feel like they have a certain place that they can go to. Given that not everyone is able to leave their homes at the moment, sort of like a community that they can feel like, yeah, I'm a part of this and I can rely on people here. So. Yeah.
It took me a while to move over from just watching stuff on YouTube, and I upload all our archive streams to YouTube still as well. So feel free to subscribe to us on the Gaming Cult YouTube as well.
Shouts out.
But it's interesting getting a feel on what kind of content people want, and obviously different people want different things, and you can't please everybody. And coming into what is now a pretty new grounds as far as the format for what a lot of Twitch entertainment is, as a new media performer or artist, but a more traditional one as such, is where a lot of what we do is either improvised or written. Like there's thought put into it, and like production value and everything. It's interesting coming into that environment as well. As one of those kind of more traditional performers or artists, I guess. Because the most popular stuff on Twitch is like esports players just playing one game.
People playing exactly. Now, as for me, like personally, I registered my first Twitch account just a couple of days ago. Not even a week ago. So yeah, I'm definitely new to the whole thing, and I plan on starting to stream as well. But in terms of having a sort of a community that I feel like I can rely upon, for me that would be VR chat at the moment, given the exchange of the exchange of languages and whatnot, and for some reason it seems that I've become sort of within quotation marks celebrity on VR chat because I speak a lot of languages and people tend to flock around me.
Hell yeah, dude!
That's really cool.
That's that's something that people don't realize is that's a learned skill. You practice just like a guitar player who plays incredibly can play what seems like effortlessly. Yeah, of course, and that's something that you actually have something that you can share with people. For you, it's a process you've already created and you use, and these people who are interested in learning a language or something new now have that connection. It's like, oh, I'm learning something from this guy who I could have never otherwise met.
Exactly.
And I think that's one of the coolest things is like with Twitch and Discord and everything. Again, I keep saying the word genuine, but there are these people who receive you. They receive your message, you know, they get it.
Yeah.
And
I totally understand.
Right, and before, especially with the internet, there was this guarded cynicism. It's still there, and it kind of sucks that it is. But I get it. There has to be, you know, people are immature, and that's how it'll always be. But now you're seeing this like barrier being shed away, and people they're like, hey, I need help, and I can recognize that you need help too, and that's why I think you see a lot more donations, you see a lot more bits, you see a lot more community building, like you are seeing, because we all realize what our ancestors realized, which is building the village is what makes, you know, us feel good. Like, we can't all be the star player, we can't all be the mayor, we can't all be the doctor, but we can be what we're good at, and if we can just not get distracted by how many other inputs there are out there, focus in on the things that we want to do, look at how much happier we all are. Like, biggest thing about being now, like, especially for Americans, less inputs, less bombastic advertising in every single way, reflective advertising, and by the way people talk about themselves. You know, when you hear something, you hear somebody say, I don't like the way I look, you think, should I be worried about the way I look? And then, you know, that marketing's already implanted in you, that insecurity for the reason of just, oh, maybe there's a product I can buy to make me feel better. We're inside now. We're hanging out where there aren't commercials. We don't have to see billboards. We don't have to listen to the radio. We're watching the things that we want to see, and we're happy. And I think that's incredible. I really do. I think that's the best thing about doing all this.
Yeah, the outcome of everything even going on at the moment, like the positives are so many that people tend to not think about them as much as they should be. And again,
I'm glad,
like, joining communities and being able to partake and like share your experiences about anything with other people, and, you know, sort of get something back as well.
I'm just glad I'm finally able to give what the viewers have been asking me for at least once a week, constantly since, for at least the last few years since we started slowing this show down. And I still get asked regularly, is to do more stuff with Gaming Cult, and this is a way for me to do that. So I'm really glad that the viewers are responding well to it. And I'm glad that I've actually got some time and space to do that now, and see if it's actually something that can work out as a proper job. Yeah, because I mean, I'm definitely not playing any nightclubs anytime soon, that's for sure. And the gig economy is very unreliable as it is. But
right.
I'm glad people are responding positively to it, and I hope the viewers keep coming and checking us out on Twitch, you know. And it's good having new people coming in as well, actually, with the way that Twitch works, with browsing via video game being played and whatever. And yeah, we've been playing all kinds of stuff. I played through the first Shenmue. I'm playing through all these old point-and-click adventure games like Sam & Max Hit the Road and The Dig and Monkey Island Remake from 2009. Played through Yakuza 0. The original Psychonauts, we 100%ed that, got all the way through that, and people are just really enjoying the adventure of that, I guess.
That's awesome.
And at the moment we're playing through Final Fantasy 13, and I am loving this game way more 10 years later, I'll tell you what. It's a bit unplayable, the PC port, out of the box. You have to use all some fan patches and whatnot to bug fix it, and to unfuck it, unfuck the frame rate and the refresh rate, and a million other things to get it to actually work. But once you get there, it runs beautifully, and I am loving Final Fantasy 13. It's always been one of my favorite soundtracks of all time, but I'm loving the actual game this time way more. If you accept the condition that reading all the data logs and extraneous lore is an essential gameplay mechanic to understanding the game. That's going to be a deal break for some people, but I've accepted it, and I've had a lot of fun.
Hey, I'll just ask you and Steven. Like, to me, Final Fantasy, they are like Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter. There's so much lore that I could go read it, but I don't ever actively need it. So if I do, I'll just go ask my expert in the field, They'll give me a pretty thorough synopsis of it, and I won't have to do all the work they did, but appreciate and credit them when I tell other people what I know, because that saves me so much more time. Like when I do actually want to play those games again, because after playing 7, I was very, very impressed with how much of it was actually started in 13. Like Frank kept coming in and saying like, you should play 13. A lot of this started here. A lot of what you're looking at and the cores and all of these data logs and
a lot
game
of people have
mechanics
been coming in, even Martin included, asking me if I'm playing the 7 remake.
I actually wanted to touch upon the whole Final Fantasy 13 thing.
And I've been narrating all the lore, and the viewers have taken to calling it Datalog Theater.
Perfect.
Okay, so first of all, if we're talking about like having to read, I don't know, 10 words of books of text, then there is a game worse than Final Fantasy 13. Absolutely, that would be Lost Odyssey for the Xbox 360.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Yeah, I
remember
never
that
ended up
game.
playing that.
That and The Witcher, honestly.
Oh yes. Anywho, the point I wanted to make is that for the viewers that have been sticking around for quite a while now, they probably remember that I put up a video where I literally destroyed my copy of Final Fantasy 13 for the PS3.
I remember that.
I do remember that.
Now that you say it, I vividly remember it.
Yep. And
Lightning returns.
yeah, exactly. And actually, from just watching Jake stream Final Fantasy 13, seeing how good it actually plays when you have literally unfucked the game. Let's be honest here. It plays exceptionally well, to the point where I feel like I want to play this game.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. You have to accept some things and really study it a bit, but it's worth it, I feel. And
It's always nice to know where we've been, like you see these games with old mechanics and you go, wow, that's just the only way they knew how back then. They just, that's it.
well, just the gripes that we had with it, that a lot of people had with that game 10 years ago, just don't hold as much water these days, I don't think. It's like saying the game's linear. Okay, well, what does that matter? Linear's not necessarily a bad thing. You got the exact opposite of that with 15, and that was an incredibly divisive game. People loved that as much
the
as
FF7 remake.
and the people loved that as much as they hated it. It's like having still in 2020 having the 2010 opinion of Instagram that like, oh, you only post pictures of food on Instagram, and put the put those the film strip filters on everything. Well, that Instagram sucks. It's just not a valid criticism of Instagram in 2020. You know what I mean? That's what I think compare it to.
Changes.
Yeah.
I think my biggest gripe with 13 was the loading time, to be honest, because those really took like away the.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm playing this on
the entire game.
SSD, baby, and RTX. It's running.
Yeah.
It's running nice.
Yeah, see, now in times like that, it's like I always would get shit because I was very lenient in my reviews. Like I should rephrase. I didn't get shit, but people wouldn't understand why I was so lenient in my reviews. Like
Get the poo poo.
things like that. Like, oh man, long loading times. Yeah, I guess that's annoying, but how's the game part? Like I always want to think about like what was the experience when I was playing the game, and so I would give a lot of allowances for like, yeah, this isn't like a quality story writing, but I see where they're going. So I would give, I wouldn't give it a point down, whereas some people would like harsh it, like, oh, it shouldn't have had a, like Resident Evil used to get a lot of criticism for its hokiness. But I'm like, well, recognize its context. It's a Japanese studio developing what they think American Hollywood sounds like.
Yeah.
So, of course it's going to sound weird, because that's not what an American person sounds like. But that's why I love to hear the English voice acting in Resident Evil games as opposed to other Japanese games, because it's like, oh, they intended English voices for this, and it's gonna have that like whatever they thought, like that tense, that feeling. Like I'm playing Final Fantasy VII on hard now, and I'm playing it with the English, and I'm like, Cloud's a bitch. Shut up, Cloud. Is he this way in Japanese? in Japanese, I get the sense that he's just kind of like detached. You know,
He
He's
is
not.
very detached. Yeah,
He-
I
he-
haven't
but-
played it in English, but yeah.
Yeah.
Whiny in English. Straight whiny.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's just-
bit.
exactly. It's more bitchy than it is like again. I don't even speak Japanese, but I try to hear his tone, and I played enough Japanese games and heard enough voice acting that I can kind of tell. But yeah, the fact that I'm like, okay, he's just very detached. He doesn't care one way or another,
Exactly.
you know, about what's going on. And then I'm playing it in Japanese, and he's just like, and he's making those sounds, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude.
See,
Like-
you actually picking up on that just from like having experience hearing the language, being able to discern like certain tones and whatnot. That speaks volumes to someone that actually speaks the language fluently. Because you were absolutely right about your analysis of the cloud that I've been playing as.
Yeah, and the biggest thing that this game now allows for that previously wasn't allowed in other animation, this kind of puts a bow on what I'm saying, is that the technology is what they were really pushing, and I didn't get that before. So now that I look at Square Enix games, I go, oh, you guys were developing technology, and the hammer is falling in this generation, which means everything's going to line up, where the depth and the visuals and all of the frame rates and everything are going to be there cinematically, and it's going to be an experience that we're not even going to, like with Final Fantasy VII, it's so deep and rich, and you can read the facial textures of the characters.
Exactly.
And you can see their eye movements and their twitches, and that's how I picked up on Cloud's tone. And that's why in English he has those same regional specific tones, and I'm like, he's more annoyed here, and this is interesting to now note this difference. But it's because of technology.
I think even the I played the Japanese version like I mentioned earlier, but I have the possibility of changing the audio to English, and I think if I do, the mouth movement will sync up with the actual language that is being spoken, which is also like wow.
I'm playing 13 in English at the moment, and actually one of the only stated cons of unlocking the frame rate is that the mouth animations actually glitch. But I've found that to actually be quite funny, so I've made the game way more entertaining for me as a result of that. But
Yeah, like a bit charming.
it is, yeah.
Does it work?
We'll leave that out. We'll leave that out there. I will say very briefly that we do have emotes in the Gaming Cult Twitch channel, twitch.tv/JakeGC. We've got the shouts out. This is if you subscribe. And many of you have been subscribing and gift subbing and all the rest of that. I thank you very much for that. We've got the shouts out emote. We've got the Domino's CEO from the Hatsune Miku commercial emote. For if you want to buy the second tier sub, which is completely optional, of course, but one or two of you have, we've got your sweet boy emote, your boy Jake Ennis himself. But
Shouts out.
last but not least, for our base subscribers, we have the Zach Hollywood Superstar emote. It is the very picture of Zach as a baby boy in his Bubba's kitchen about to touch that stove.
I love it.
That's great.
I love it.
That's an emote.
I
That's
love it.
Zach.
Baby brother Zach, he is that emote. I should have said that while Zach was online, because I don't think he even knows that yet. I haven't showed him that. But
Fantastic. He'll find out later when he listens to this.
Yeah, he's gonna listen.
there you go.
He's too busy fishing.
That's right.
He bought you were here. He bought a boat today.
Yeah.
Of course he did. He
Bought a boat?
fucking rules. Of course he fucking did. I love
Johnson
Zach.
Boat, the Rooster, and it's got a sticker on it that says "Rock out with your cock out," and we're pretty sure that boat is covered in cum.
Yeah,
I love
plenty
Zach.
of cum.
Oh yeah.
Brian, my friend, I love you so much. If you could say one thing
Thank
to
you.
Zach right now that he's not here, what would you say? My sweet brother.
Watch your nose, buddy.
You can sing it if you like. Oh, Jesus. Shouts out. I mean, you could also sing it. You could sing it in You could do that.
Wait, what was that? Diddle diddle.
I need you.
Oh.
And I love you.
And now I'm wondering.
If I could tell Zach just one thing, have some fun out when you're fishing. Have your cock out and rock it too, 'cause I miss you.
Tonight. Won't ever let you go down. Making my way downtown, running fast, Gaming Cult Podcast, and it's out now. Episode 60. Viewers, bad boys, rude girls, we're gonna go out, but first, we're gonna have album recommendations. How are they? Music, past, present, future, today, new. What are you listening to? Let's go. Ryan, album recommendations.
I'm going to recommend Vanessa Carlton's Be Not Nobody, featuring the song 1,000 Miles. Thank you.
There you go. Shouts out. Garrett, my friend, do you have that
My friend.
that recommendation of that music? I know you say you play a video game once in a while. You say, okay, I'll play it. I'll put it on the shelf. I'll look at it. I put the console on the shelf, and I put the game controller in my hand. You turn on the TV,
then I listen-
but then you're like, I want to listen to music. And my friend, what do you listen to?
Well, I've been listening to a lot of hardcore music. I went back and I was doing some of these extra streams, and I DJ'd an all hardcore set of like local San Diego hardcore, all these like bands I went to go see when I was in high school, and it just got me listening to a bunch of old hardcore again. And I got into a band a while ago. I think it was the last concert I went to with my sweet boy Brian. Went to go see Graf Orlock, and I really had a good time, and I've been listening to a lot of Graf Orlock, so I could recommend any of the albums. Destination Time Tomorrow, Destination Time Today, I forget, like a couple of more recent things out there, but Graf Orlock, listening to a lot of weird hardcore music.
Fantastic. My boy.
Shouts out.
But not only my boy, my sister, Ruby.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
you.
that's me.
You're in Innis, and you say hello,
Hello,
and now
and I'm the girl.
you're the girl one. Ruby,
I'm the girl one.
Ruby,
Yes,
what do you think of music?
hate it. Kidding!
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
I joked. I'm fucking joking.
I can't
Oh my god.
actually believe you said that.
Anyway, I have 3 album recommendations because there are 3 albums that I've been listening to in
Yes.
heavy rotation recently. The first one is Dua Lipa's Future Nostalgia. It is so much fun. It is such a fun album. It's clearly like heavily inspired by like French disco, and it's just fun. Like, it's a fun pop album. And also I'm love Dua Lipa. She's beautiful and she makes good music. Another recommendation I have is I've been listening to Apanda by Yoshida Ichiro Untouchable. Such a fucking good album. It's just like, it's like funky alternative rock, and it's like I just wasn't expecting so much funk out of it, but I started listening to it like years ago, and then it just kind of like popped back on my radar, and that's a great fucking album. So that's Apanda by Yoshida Ichiro Untouchable. And then my last recommendation, which is the album I've been listening to every single day for the past like week or two, is Pang by Caroline Polachek.
You're playing it on the
She
stream.
released... I was playing it on the stream. So she is from the band Chairlift, and Pang is the first solo album that she's released, and like so beautiful. It's really like atmospheric and ethereal and like sad, but also like it just like tugs at your heartstrings. She's got this real kind of like wobbly but also controlled voice. Like her vocals are incredible. And you've got really fun songs on the album. You've also got like these super just like longing songs, and it's such a good fucking album. And I've been listening to that a lot. And it actually came out like at the end of last year, but for the longest time I was just like, no, I'm actually too busy just listening to what the fuck was I even listening to? I think it was just I think I got really back into Neck Deep and was just listening to old Neck Deep for a while, and everybody was like, listen to Pang by Caroline Polachek, and I was like, maybe later. Like, fast forward to mid this year, I started actually listening to it, and it's really, really good. So that's my third album recommendation.
Thank you very much, Ruby. I really like what I heard from that Caroline Polachek album.
It's so good. She does a lot of work with like A.G. Cook and shit from PC Music.
PC Music, there we go. Martin, album recommendations.
Album recommendations. Here we go. I'm gonna go a bit more obscure than I would have, let's say 5 years ago. So the first one I'm gonna start out with is Fela Kuti.
Hell yeah.
Nigerian singer. You know of him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Afrobeat.
Yeah. Legend.
And especially the album with Ginger Baker called Life. That is one of the best albums I have heard in at least 10 years.
Hell yeah, I gotta listen to this. Fela Kuti and Ginger Baker from Cream.
Yes.
Oh, is he from Cream or Deep Purple? Cream, right? Did he pass away just recently, Ginger Baker?
He did, yeah.
Yeah, like a few weeks ago. Rip.
Exactly. Now, that album is so all over the place because it's Afrobeat. So basically a mixture between jazz, funk, soul, and African traditional music, like all in one, and it's absolutely amazing. It's an experience that will, could be life changing for some people, I guess. It's definitely one of the most interesting and best albums I've heard in the last 10 years. Going from that though, we arrive at a somewhat obscure Japanese band that play some sort of alternative rock, I would say. These guys didn't really come up on my radar until January of this year because they released a song that got a lot of traction within the Japanese sphere of YouTube, and then it sort of bleeded out into the international one. The band is called Shinsei Kamate-chan, and they did a song that is called Ruru-chan no Jisatsu Haishin. In English, that would be the suicide stream of Ruru-chan. It's also based on a real case in Japan that didn't get any sort of coverage because of Japanese news and their unwillingness to report on suicide cases. More or less making the song as a tribute to that girl that was 14-year-old at the time.
Wow.
And also sort of try to raise awareness of mental issues that people might face in Japan, because still, even in 2020, that topic in Japan is seen as very, very much taboo. Shinsei Kamate-chan. They have, I think they've released like 7 or 8 albums in total. Very interesting alternative rock. Do give it a listen if you have the time. And thirdly and lastly, I would say Erkin Koray. This guy is seen as like the godfather of rock in Turkey, out of all places. He basically recorded a song that is called Hor Görme Garibi in late 60s or 1970, and it would be considered as like the first heavy metal song ever made, even though he did not know that the concept existed at all. And his way of playing the guitar in that song is so amazing. I cannot recommend it enough. It's also a song that, you know, everyone can sort of appreciate because it's not super heavy, you know, heavy metal or anything like that. It's very easy listening kind of stuff. But he's really, really good in what he does.
Hell yeah. Nice one. Thank you very much, Martin. Good recommendations there. Very broad.
Yeah.
Shouts out.
Oh yeah.
Brian, my friend, the King Lord himself, I need 100% confirmation that you can give us an album recommendation right now.
I can. I absolutely can. And it's actually video game related. On Apple Music, SNK Sound Team has all the original soundtracks to every King of Fighters from 95 to I think 2003, as well as Metal Slug 1 through 7. But the one I'm going to pick from that is the Mark of the Wolves soundtrack, which I think we all know is an incredible soundtrack. But just hearing the not arranged version, the soundboard version, and hearing how similar to real instruments it actually sounds, and the amazing like reproduction they made in the soundboard for the Neo Geo, I'm very impressed. And just the composition of the songs, they didn't need to make such cool, well-written songs that had like a beginning and a middle and an end. Like, what's it called? There's the song for the mid-boss, Grant, Destruction Maniac, is like this awesome kind of, like, it's a metal song. And I never realized it when I was a kid, you know, not growing up, listening to a lot of, you know, rock and roll or other music outside of what I heard. You know, I didn't know what that was trying to sound like guitars. I was just a kid playing in an arcade, and that was what the sound sounded like. But now, having heard all this music and had all this exposure to like different styles, it's like very impressive that they made that effort to make it so diverse and so dynamic. So yeah, the Mark of the Wolves original soundtrack is on Apple Music and probably everywhere else. I would recommend that to anybody.
I definitely need to look this up.
Good Rex. Good Rex.
Really quick, just in relation to video game soundtracks.
I have one as well, but Ruby, go ahead.
Oh, I just wanted to mention that I am actually composing a soundtrack for my friend's video game.
Whoa!
Hell yeah.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Yeah,
That's out.
That's cool as hell.
The ever so lovely George Greentree is
I know
currently
that.
making. Yeah, so George is currently making a game. Looks, from what I've seen, it's looking really cool. Obviously, it's still a work in progress, but he enlisted me to do the music for the game, and I've been working on that. I've got like the brunt of it done, but you know, there's always little additions here and there that can be thrown in. But yeah, and there's something about like listening to other video game music that really just draws it out of you. Like I had been listening to the old New Leaf music for like 7 p.m. specifically, and different times in the day when different songs in Animal Crossing would play, and that really just kind of kicked it off, and I was like, oh fuck, okay, so if it's gonna kind of have the same art style as this, I might as well make the music sound kind of like it. And it went from there to kind of, there's like one song that sounds like video game James Bond, and but yeah, just thought I'd throw that out there.
I've heard previews.
It's very exciting stuff. Yeah,
Very proud of you, Ruby. It's sounding great too.
thank you.
Shouts out.
My album recommendation for this episode, we're playing a lot of music this episode by SFV Acid. That's San Fernando Valley Acid. Lots of great acid, electronica, whatever you want to call it. House music, it's great stuff. We've been playing some of that through the episode. We're going to be going out on that. The music is fucking awesome. I've been listening to a lot of that for the last year. So big shouts out to SFV Acid for coming on this episode. My album recommendation for this episode is Alicia Crampton and her new album called Or Corrara 2010 on on Pan Records. It's amazing. Go check that out. You know how much I love Alicia Crampton and her early E+E work as well. My favorite artist. So, and her new album just came out. It's incredible. The new DJ Mastercard album just came out. Time End Brackets. It's fucking incredible. DJMastercard.bandcamp.com. If you remember, we featured him with our More Music special back in 2013. Big shouts out to DJ PayPal, DJ Orange Julius, DJ Mastercard, and DJ Boy Drama, DJ Instant Message. All the More Music fam, all the Tech Life fam, shouts out. Boylan just put out an album. Sun's Out on the South Side, go check that out. Emily Glass is always putting out amazing music. Maybe I think that we're planning to get her on for an episode in the future as a music feature, so that'll be a good one. Shouts out Emily Glass. I've bought a bunch of video game soundtrack CDs when I was in Japan. I'm gonna roll them off as we bring out this episode. I'm just going to start reading them off, and you guys talk about how much of a great episode this has been, how much you've missed the viewers, and where we can find everybody, and so on and so forth. I'm just going to start reading them out and go.
Gosh, like so
Right.
much.
This
I
was
missed
a
the
great
viewers.
episode.
Yeah.
So good. I came in late, but I was happy to be
Wow.
here.
Great shit.
I get to talk to Martin. Words of joy.
I heard Deltarune. I love Deltarune. I love Deltarune. I
Movies,
love Undertale.
always good to see her.
My favorite
So great to talk to everybody. I want to talk to everyone for such a long time. It's been awesome. Having a great time.
Really amazing thing. 3.3 people got on
Just make some jokes and have some fun with my friends. It's what it's all about. It's about making jokes and having fun with your friends. And that's exactly what we did.
Rising Sun.
And I think that's so beautiful. Wow. Wow.
Soundtrack.
And that was the first time I ever smoked a cigarette.
And then I said thank you
You
for the
guys better keep going.
opportunity.
I've got more to go. Sonic the Hedgehog CD,
Oh,
original Japanese soundtrack.
Shit.
Tetris
My
the
bust
Grand
ass.
Master, original
I have
arcade
the
CD
Yogi
soundtrack.
Club soundtrack on vinyl. It's very good.
I have the Undertale soundtrack on vinyl.
Mr. Robot soundtrack. Knuckleheads.
I also
a fighting game
have,
by Namco. CD
I have the Last of Us
soundtrack.
soundtrack on vinyl. That's pretty good.
Actually, I think the Undertale soundtrack's the only one I have. Only one. And it was a present from my boyfriend. It's got 2 vinyls there, and one of them's like a kind of
Shukuden 2.
translucent
Donut
red, and the
Game
other one's
soundtrack,
translucent
volumes 1
blue.
and volume 2.
Very nice.
Good.
Ruby,
I have
did
the
you gain a
soundtrack to
boyfriend?
Nazi
Dot
Must
Hack,
Die.
game
Lost
music,
the girl
perfect
soundtrack.
collection.
Yeah.
Why are we talking about your
Pretty
boyfriend
funny.
like we talk about his girlfriend?
I'm so sorry.
Sentimental
So you
Review,
have-
Summer
bring up on
Concert,
the show.
live album. Haven't
Oh,
listened to
Ruby,
it yet.
we
Classic.
know
Ruby, say that you have a boyfriend again.
Oh, is this my thing now?
Something
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Fun between siblings.
Yeah, I have a boyfriend.
Ooh.
Okay.
No.
That's so crazy.
Shadow Hearts
Wow.
original soundtrack. Shadow Hearts 2 original soundtrack. Steins Gate 0
keep going?
original soundtrack.
What's
Still
happening?
going. We're ending
okay,
the episode. Final Fantasy 15 original soundtrack. CD version, not the Blu-ray.
Wow.
Making my way downtown, walking past faces, passing them homebound. Staring blankly ahead, just making my way through
Dead
the
Rising original
crowd.
soundtrack. Japanese version.
We love you.
Kid Music Museum.
And I miss you.
Dating sims
Now
on
I
the PS2.
wonder if I could fall
But it's actually from Memories Off. And Memories Off second.
time
Be back.
Oh,
podcast has been so
Silent
much
Hill 2,
fun,
original
and I can't wait
soundtrack.
to see
Ragnarok Online, the soundtrack, 6 CD
again.
collection. Final Fantasy Tactics, original soundtrack. These are all CDs that I have bought.
No.
I had to pay extra double. Shouts out. And to wrap it all up, a sealed version of the cursed game that is Cooking Mama Cookstar on Nintendo Switch.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Ruby. I will never play this game because it will literally blow up my Switch. My viewers
I
are...
got that in work. We only got 2 copies. They had to be sent back, but before we sent them back, baby, I bought one.
She bought both of them.
Holy shit. Ruby, you work at a place that sells video games from like European designations. That's not the word I'm looking for, right? You know what I'm talking about?
PAL region.
What?
How?
Yeah.
How?
I need to talk to you later about getting me a European copy of Persona 5 Royal so I can get the platinum in that for a 3rd time.
Well, either Ruby, Jake, or me. Sure.
Episode 60 of the Gaming Cult Podcast. Write to us, gamingcultpodcast@gmail.com.
Write in
Twitch.tv.
what you think that Zach should name his boat.
Yeah, please do.
I'm happy with what his name is. It's great.
We want more viewer mail. Please send them in. Twitch.tv/JakeGC, Twitch.tv/Frank Howley for the Big Dog stream with Brian, Frank, Audrey. Shouts out to Corastalia, Crystal on Twitch as well. Dr. Ryan, Twitch.tv/DR_Ryan for the office hours. PPS every Wednesday. Twitch.tv/Mega64 podcast. Check out that Mega64 TV. I love you so much. See you next time.
There's one final reason I was asking all the best 2 or 3 games to play from 2015. Final music recommendation. Low higher the start, and that very much ties into the question I want to ask everyone else before answering it myself. The best 2 or 3 games that you played from 2015 to 2019. What were they?
Final Fantasy 14.
Ryan.
What? Oh, Persona 5, Control, and Spider-Man.
Who was still only playing Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain.
Nice.
I second that low roar nomination. I'm right about to beat Death Stranding.
You know what?
Still not beating that game, Garrett?
Shut up, Ryan. Who's that?
No, he's being a baby about it.
Ryan. Give him a break. Jake.
Final Fantasy 14. Most of what I've been playing the last 4 years. There's a bunch that I've been playing lately. And the Yakuza games, probably Yakuza Kiwami 2, Yakuza 6, Yakuza 5. Yakuza 5 is my favorite. All the Yakuzas that we're coming 0, Kiwami. 5 has been my favorite.
Right. My lord. Ryan.
Phantom Pain. Probably God of War, just because that's what pops into my head. But maybe Resident Evil 2 remake, just because they did it so well. But then Death Stranding. Death Stranding is maybe the best video game of this generation.
Ruby.
I got 3. Undertale, and in connection with that Deltarune, I consider them both under 1. Undertale, Doki Doki Literature Club, and the second Ni no Kuni game.
Good.
Yeah.
I got 2. Nier Automata.
I have to leave.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Ryan, my friend, I love you so much. Goodbye.
Ryan, do you have the platinum in that?
Yeah, that game
Yes.
sucks ass.
Yes, I do.
But you did it anyway.
I mean, usually
Automata.
things are said that would make you leave anyway.
Don't say it.
And when you're stuck in with people that you're not used to, that's just one way that you could say.
Jake, don't say it.
Just make things go all alright.
Oh, I'm gonna say it.
Say it.
Melons.
Get the fuck out, Ryan. It's been fun,
I need to ask you to leave.
but it's time for you to go. And he has left.
Nier
Martin, I'm
Automata. Yes. Nier Automata, absolutely. Any game that sort of makes me question my perception of reality and what things might lead to, yeah, that's a plus in my book. Thus, the second one being Death Stranding. Damn, that was a really good game. Thank you so much for tuning in to the 60th episode of Gaming Cult Podcast.
Hell yeah.
This has been a very nice time with everyone involved. Wouldn't you agree?
I
would
agree.
I would agree.
Does
Good
Ryan
to hear your
agree?
voice again,
Ryan.
my friends.
Same here. Garrett, my friend. Ryan, you did the skit.
I did the
did?
skit. I'm back.
And big shout
Did you have a good time today, Ryan?
Did I have a good time today? Yeah, I platinum Final Fantasy VII. Oh, you mean in this? In this? Yeah, this was great.
The cat dimension.
I had a great time.
The cat dimension is real. You
This is a
have
great
been
podcast.
listening to the 60th episode of the Gaming Cult podcast. Martin is back after a 5-year hiatus. Everyone else is here. Ruby, Brian, Jake, Garrett, Ryan.
Zach.
Thank you so much for listening.
Also Zach, but he was
Also Zach.
Zach's doing poo-poo in his pants right now.
he had to go pick up his boat.
He's doing poo-poo in his pants.
Go do baby business.
Yeah.
Be
Do-
business with the boom boom.
Ruby saw it. She smelt it.
Do things with a combo.
Yeah,
Combo.
Shut up, Eric.
Did he poo-poo?
combo.
He poo-pooed in his pants one time.
2 time.
Oh no. He did number 2 time.
2 time.
Two
Eric, you're
Give me-
right, Ryan.
two turns.
Released
Look
on
at this, Eric.
Give It a Toot Records. Shouts out. Rocco.
Zach be farting on God.
Oh,
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Email
On
gamingcult at gmail.whatever. And which Innis has shit their pants the most? What do you think? Email us and let us know.
gmail.com.
There we go.
On my
That's what it was.
I think it's Ruby.
on my baby, that boy be
Peace.
fun.
San Fernando Valley.